Hey, this is Ross Bates, role-playing public radio. We're playing Call of Cthulhu. Tom is running this game. We are FBI agents, but I do not know what this is called.
Current working title is Last Flight of 0237.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not ominous at all.
And what kind of flight was that?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
Okay.
I will think we should just jump right in.
Yeah.
First of all, about a week ago, taking place now. It's there's a plane crash in North Dakota, right near the Canadian border, and of course they said, but all the flights said they were two cargo planes that apparently. Well, first they thought it was a 737 cargo plane crash. Mm-hmm. Then a few days later they released, it was actually a mid-air collision with another cargo plane. But they were still thinking accident.
Yeah.
That is until recently when the NTSB contacted the FBI because they no longer believed this was an accident.
Okay. So there were cargo planes playing chicken?
How did they not know what the plane was? That's ominous.
No, they knew that they were cargo planes.
Yeah.
But they didn't know which company they were registered to, or...
Well, no, you said that they thought there was one, but then they thought there was two.
Like in the initial hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's the thing. As you're now flying...
That's ominous.
Well, as you're now flying on a Learjet...
Mm-hmm. Why are we flying to this location?
Oh, well, you're not flying to the crash site. The crash site occurred about 2 miles north of...
Could be landing directly at the crash site, directly where it is at.
Halo entry. We're in the continental United States. We're not in Halo entry. We have to spend all this DHS money on something. We're giving every single police department five SWAT tanks.
All right, guys, make a parachute roll.
God damn it.
Oh, wait. None of you have that.
That's okay, I can still impale it.
Dad is a true believer. Wait, doesn't parachute have a 0%?
It's 1%.
Oh, it's 1%. Okay.
8.
They're all dead.
Technically, we can't impale it because you have to have at least a skill of 5% in order to impale it. I can't roll a 0.2%, Dan.
Then you need better dice, Ross.
I clearly do.
Anyway.
How sharp are those edges?
Anyway.
Sharp enough to kill a man.
Okay, anyway.
Now, we're getting high on sugar.
Yeah, we are.
Fuck.
Which means this is perfect for a Tom game.
No.
Where's a shark?
I have a 24-ounce can of Mountain Dew.
Holy shit, that is 24 ounces.
Fuck.
God.
Why are we doing a near surge?
I guess that's why Trucker Speed went out of business. It's like, we have energy drinks now. We don't need to break the law.
That's like two cans of Mountain Dew duct taped together to make one giant can of Dew.
That is exactly what it looks like, too.
Anyway.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Tom.
I'm fine, yes. Yeah. Anyway, but the thing is, the crash...
So we're flying.
Yeah.
Okay. The crash occurred 2 miles north of Antler, North Dakota.
Okay.
Which is right near the border of Canada.
Sounds like a bustling metropolis.
Population 27.
Is it part of... Wait, it's not part of the North Dakota oil boom? Or is it? Like the whole... Like, there's a huge amount of oil business in North Dakota now through fracking or whatnot. It's not...
But there was... Okay, once again, the report you were given, just, the initial report as you're flying, there were some concerns because the King Stag nuclear missile silo is right near the town.
Another good industry. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But they dismissed that as a possible reason for
just a comment. We have so many of those silos. It's weirder if something doesn't happen near one. You know
what? That particular industry plus Call of Cthulhu always sounds like a good combination.
It does.
Like the Minuteman 2 industry.
From the point of the players, yes. From the point of our characters, fuck no. Anyway. So
population of 26.
You are flying into Minot, North Dakota, which is actually it's an actual city in North Dakota.
Because they have
an airport.
Yeah.
And
Minot?
Minot.
Oh, with a T. Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled M-I-N-O-T, but it's pronounced Minot.
Okay.
And basically, Antler is a straight shoot up US 83, about 56 miles to Antler.
53 miles? Or
56.
56, sorry.
So it's up US 83.
Does the Antler have a good road access, or is it just only?
It's still it has road. It is right on the highway, but it's just a. I actually looked up. It's a real town with a population of 27,
nice.
according to the.
Wait, 26 or 27? Did somebody just have a baby?
Or did somebody move in? Anyway.
Thank you, David.
Census is not
We'll
nearly
interview
that
all of
accurate,
these.
despite what the conspiracy theories would have you believe.
So you are basically you land in at the Minot Airport and take typical government SUVs, 2 of them to up north. So well, at this point you can go ahead and introduce your characters or victims.
Oh. We're heroes, Tom. We're here from the government. We're here.
We always go from right. Well, Dan. So
I am playing.
Hi, Dan.
Hi. Was that Jim or Tim?
Jim.
Jim. I am
Jim
playing.
Tim. From now on, he is Jim Tim.
No, I am Jim Harper, the senior agent of this little expedition.
Actually, the agent in charge is Stephen Hammond. You're the second in command.
Oh,
But you are more senior than the other 3.
yeah, that's right, bitches. Respect my thought.
Oh my god.
Great.
He's a trusted leader. Obey me!
David?
I am 36 years old and somehow.
Bitterly divorced.
Yes.
Booze.
FBI's a harsh mistress.
Booze.
But it's all I've got. Press me those again. My sugar's not high enough.
Clearly.
Holy shit, these things are huge.
So I am Alex Garner.
Hi, David.
Hi, Tom. Occupation FBI agent, age 28. I'm guessing that I am fresh out of the academy, so I get to be the fresh-faced rookie.
No, not at 28. You're not.
I mean,
You've been in there all of you have been in the FBI for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, you can get in straight out of college.
Yeah.
For the academy. So, 22.
Some people may have had a career change. Tom.
That's true. We're not those guys. We're lifers. So we love the FBI.
Siege mentality.
I am
Legally
playing
bros!
Rico Fernandez. I will not be doing any stereotypical Hispanic things. And
Good, because he's from Flagstaff, Arizona, not Mexico.
My parents were nicely middle class. I had a great upbringing as a well-adjusted, and I have 25 sanity points. So I'm looking forward to this.
What accounted for your 25?
No.
Your short
My character's
fuse.
happy and optimistic. Just he has an incredibly fragile bubble that his view of reality that will be pierced so easily.
So we must tiptoe around this orchid in the desert. That's lest it's
No, as long
the
as
wrath of the gods come down upon us.
As long as my preconceived notions are not challenged, I'm fine. So I know that there's bad people in the world.
By the way, I need to add this to Rico's background. He was originally HRT.
Oh yeah, no. So
But he was removed from there mainly because, he we don't think he has the correct temperament for this position.
I'm a little
And HRT.
hostage rescue.
mood swingy. So when I lose my 25 points, I will look forward to using my 70% in all these firearm skills that I have. So.
I mean, by the way, I totally forgot on a few of the sheets I put the actual handgun you carry with you.
9mm automatic. Mm-hmm. That's what I have.
he has no gun.
No, you all have a gun. It's all the same thing. Just
9mm, whatever your handgun skill is, 1d10 damage, 3 shots per round.
yeah. Yes, even even though you're a tech, you're still an FBI agent.
Yes, and this is Aaron, and I will be playing James Willis, the FBI technician. Now, before anybody else goes in the preconceived notion, I would like it to be known that while Tom was creating these characters, he came over to my office and said, "Would you like the tech character?" I said, "No. Everybody should get a choice." When I got here, Ross and I found Rico and we rolled off for it. So that's why I have the tech.
This has kind of crystallized my new philosophy for Call of Cthulhu one-shots. Pick the character with the lowest starting sanity. Regardless of abilities. Whoever will go crazy the first, that's who
You're like this guy, Ross. He's a quadriplegic. He's a
What's the
quadriplegic.
sanity rating? 2. Mine!
Yes.
Yoink.
So, and he has the second lowest.
Yes, I have 40 points, so
I think those guys are born they're 70.
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at these guys with their intact brains.
Just hard.
I have brain.
Yes, because Dan has one of the highest sanity. Of course, he's going to be reading the book first.
Yeah.
Of course.
No.
Read it aloud.
Yeah. Read it first.
Bitch.
What?
Yeah.
That's probably my best moment of Call of Cthulhu ever.
It is a good moment. Yes. And I'm kind of angry that I'm more angry because I didn't think of it myself. Anyway.
Okay.
So, and Aaron, who are you?
I just said I was James Willis.
Well, there's a lot of distraction after that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm James Willis, the FBI technician of the group. So,
All right.
although, since I'm being brought along with us, am I primarily a forensic specialist or?
Probably. Well, I mean, you had a lot of tech, like computer and hardware type
But no
skills.
operate heavy
Okay, so I know
machinery.
this is going to be a reach for you, Aaron, but you're going to have to play the techie.
Oh. Again.
Whoa! I don't know what to say to that, you guys.
Well, I mean, it's like the electrical mechanical repair. For, figuring out a plane crash is going to be more useful than like
True,
forensic
and
stuff.
well, it's true. Just to see with that, and also retrieve information from the black box too. So,
Do any of us have forensics? Is that even on the sheet? Did you add that, Tom?
No.
Yeah. So we'll just use other skills for that.
Yeah, I pretty
The
much.
Delta Green sheet has it, but if you're using the standard thing, it's easy to forget. Like, oh,
Well,
yeah.
I do have photography, so I'll be able to take.
I'll
some
actually
pretty good
use
pictures.
spot hidden for a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much investigate. Yeah.
My spot hidden's at 60.
My spot hidden's at 75.
75.
60.
Look at these two guys. Like, yeah, we're the actual
I have
investigators.
sneak
bitches.
and track too.
Good for fucking you.
Wow, man!
So when you go nuts, you're going to hunt us all down in the woods.
I'm not gonna rule it. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but it's definitely.
Are you after you go nuts? Are you going to be you snap? Are you just going to be hiding up 5 foot in a tree branch where we could obviously see you? However, you impaled your roll.
Dun,
so-
dun, dun.
You go out in the
Deadly prey, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're referencing for the attitude.
You'll just turn into Flippy, won't you?
I will turn into Flippy. It will be fun.
Anyways, so you drive north,
Yeah.
and yes, it is.
I guess I'm driving because I drive auto at 45.
Yeah.
I'm driving the other one because I've got 50.
Do we have 2 of them, or there's 4 of us? We can fit them out.
No, there's 5 of you.
Not with all the equipment.
Oh, is
And
that?
also, there's your super. There's the.
Do we know them? Do we know each other very well?
Yeah, you're a team.
Okay.
So yeah, you.
How long have we been working for each other?
I'll say 2 years.
Have we been like what kind of cases do we usually tackle? I mean, like a plane crash is kind of unusual.
Well, it's normally a plane crash. The FBI does not get involved
Right,
unless
the
it's
NTSB
determined the
does,
cause was criminal.
Yeah.
So this is actually your first plane crash. It's mainly homicides, like grand larceny, robberies, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know those 4 maniacs in masks that are running around Washington.
I transferred the fuck away from that after I saw body count 918. Can I get a transfer? I want.
There are lots of transfer
To
requests.
one of the Dakotas, maybe.
Maybe that's why my character sanity was so low. I saw the Payday crew and actor. They keep getting shot, and he just yells at him, and he got up.
Like so many dead. And the commander just kept ordering more in there. It was madness.
He kept screaming, they've got to run out of bullets sooner or later.
But they never do.
They scavenged the bullets off of us. How was it possible?
And then the corpses would just disappear.
Yeah.
And there's one time we don't know how they did it, but once they died, our buddies' corpses started to rise towards the sky.
We caught one of them, but we traded him back. I gave him ammo for his guns. Why did we give him ammo for his guns?
Hey, guys, we kind of broke this fourth wall here. Can somebody else use these pieces?
Anyways,
Yeah.
you drive north, and yes, it is the middle of winter. And the further north you get, the worse the weather is. By the time you finally get...
Oh, what time of year? Is it February?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's up north. It is howling snowstorm. And, almost 16 inches of snow.
Fucking
Drive
polar
checks.
vortex
Holy
3.
Drive checks to stay on the road?
David, don't help him. We haven't even...
No, because I'm going to assume you're going to take it easy.
Yeah. Jesus.
And, by the way, since there's...
16 inches of snow on the roads? The smart thing to do would be not drive.
Well, the roads have, these are people that are used to this. Oh, yeah, we're going to get 16 inches of snow.
So they cleared the highways.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much like they're like the most professional, awesome people in town are the plow drivers. They're the ones who walk around in bomber jackets with the right stuff coursing through their veins.
So
It's like they walk in like their scarves just catch a breeze.
I'm going to get the ladies. That's why I drive a plow.
It's like she is
Mr.
a
Plow,
harsh.
that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
The plow is a harsh mistress.
But like FBI plows,
Now he just
there's
has
a
to
lot of
plow
harsh
all the
mistresses out there.
ladies.
You think there'd be a market for soft mistresses?
Yes, I got an air insight.
So anyway, it's about 4 p.m. when you finally arrive in Antler,
Okay.
and you are obviously you are directed to the crash site. Now, since there's only one hotel in the entire town, so the NTSB has had to kind of set up a camp for all the personnel outside. So you're brought in, and
You mean we didn't get all of the hotel rooms 1 through 3?
no, it's 1 through 5.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Anyway.
So
Must have
you're
expanded.
brought through to the crash site. It's in an open field 2 miles north of the town. Mm-hmm. You're just a few miles from the Canadian border.
Yeah.
And you can tell they've taken great care to keep the crash site clear. And it's first thing you notice you get there when you notice it's pretty well spread out, pretty indicative of a midair collision.
Okay.
And they've got bits of debris, the debris field demarcated. Obviously, certain colored flags for important debris, another colored flag for human remains.
Okay.
And
Don't look at those, Ross.
dude, it's like little bits of gristly meat. It's
Don't look at those, Ross.
I want to look.
So
I'm a face in it.
I know what you're looking for. Everyone's waiting for me to say, Ross, make a stand check.
Oh, God. Yeah. Please, where are my crappy dice?
And Ross would be like Louis C.K. about someone being right about saying, "Oh, please, no, please, no." So yeah, you were ushered into the command tent.
Who is in charge of the initial investigation?
NTSB agent in charge is Isaac Travis. He's the senior NTSB agent.
So we're just assisting them, or are we taking over?
You're basically you're taking over.
We're taking over.
Well, they're going to continue their investigation on the cause of the crash, but now it's also a criminal matter.
Okay.
So Special Agent Hammond is basically going to be leading the investigation.
Okay.
Is he competent at his job, or do we all secretly hate him?
He's good. No, he's a good agent.
Okay.
Doesn't play favorites. Does the job.
Okay.
Doesn't play favorites?
He does like to fuck kids, though.
Wow. Whoa.
No. Andy does have a slight cannibalism habit.
Oh,
He doesn't kill anyone, but
Whether Black Falcon.
Consensual cannibalism. High school thrash metal band.
anyway. So you're brought in. Agent Travis greets you and kind of goes over the situation as it stands. Like I described to you, they've confirmed that they've only been able to so far identify one of the aircraft involved, a Central Courier cargo flight 0237. Mm-hmm. It was flying a cargo load from Seattle to Minneapolis, and it was just in the process of. It was just before it was about to go into its final descent that it went off radar. They're still trying to identify the other plane involved.
How could they not know?
That's just it. The 737, as he's telling you, was on radar. Had a flight plan. The other plane didn't have a flight plan or a transponder.
What kind of plane was it?
I would guess that would be an illegal plane.
Well, maybe.
Well, they don't know that. They did find. They inform you that part of the field they found a turbo. They found a turboprop, so it was a prop plane.
Like a Cessna or something?
They said no. They said bigger, probably a small two-prop cargo plane as well.
Okay.
They've identified that there were 2 people on board the 737. Mm-hmm. They've identified Captain George Larson and First Officer Robert Harris. Mm-hmm. They say that they've only recently recovered the cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder from the 737, and it's after they listened to this cockpit voice recorder that they called the FBI.
Okay.
And these are the transcripts of the end of the flight.
Ooh.
Go look at those, Ross.
I'm going to read them. Okay, so it's just there's two voices.
Okay, I'll.
Okay, so who wants to be the other one? You want to do the other one? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do.
I'll be Captain Larson.
Okay.
Okay, so this starts at 21:35:45. So 9:35 p.m. I guess in Central Standard Time.
Central, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Roger that. Bismarck control, maintaining 29,000, steady on current heading.
So far,
Yeah,
no, that's the continuation. So I have to share.
All right.
Sorry. So far, the weather's looking good. System hasn't hit Minneapolis yet. Might get in there before it gets socked in.
That would be a nice change. Feel sorry for those poor bastards trying to get into Bismarck.
Latest reports I'm getting says they might be shutting the airport down. Could be a traffic jam up here before too long.
It is best we get this bird to Minneapolis before that.
So, say, how long do we have till we start our descent?
About 11 minutes.
Just enough time to hit the head. You all right up here for a bit?
Sure thing. Head on back.
Thanks.
Some time goes by.
Cockpit door opens and closes. That's at 21:56. Then at 22:02. Minneapolis Control, this is Central Courier Flight 0237. Requesting landing vector and descent instructions. Over.
Cockpit door opens.
7 seconds later. Just in time. We are just about unknown sound.
No, actually, no. It's unknown. This is on the transcript. It was identified as a silenced gunshot.
Dragging sound. And then unknown voice. Finally. Damn. Where am I? Where? Please tell me I'm not too late. Oh, thank God. I'm not too late. Autopilot being disengaged.
Sound of autopilot disengaged.
Central Courier 0237. This is Bismarck Control. Radar has you altering course. Please confirm. Over. Bismarck ATC attempts to... air traffic control. Attempts to reach aircraft an additional 12 times with no response. Fact that CVR picks up radio traffic indicating the pilot's headset is not secure. Traffic.
That's the traffic collision avoidance system, TCAS.
So it's like a Google synthesized voice or something? Mm-hmm. Descend. Unknown. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. Please, you have to believe me. I had no choice. I had to... Okay, that is fucked up. Can we
make a sandy check?
No, you don't need to make a sand check. You're listening to a
We've all been
recording.
to the body farm. We know what death is.
You went to the academy.
It's a harsh mistress.
I want to know what death is.
Yeah.
I want you
She's
to
full
show
of lie.
me.
Wait, you're the can you get a voice print reading on the unknown voice so we can get a recording of someone else, see if it matches?
I can clear it up, but there's I can clear up and see, but that might take a while.
If we get a suspect, run and we get a recording from the suspect to see if you can match it.
If you have the equipment, you can totally do that.
Okay, so it might take a while, but we'll see.
Well, you'd have to have a voice to compare it to.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to say, that's a lot of hope that our suspects survived the mid-air collision.
But if we can find out who he is by seeing if he pops up somewhere else.
Yeah. So, have we found any additional bodies aside from the two?
They've identified so far 3 sets of remains.
3 sets of remains. So, yeah, possibly the 2 and the unknown voice. So,
Or might be
someone
somebody
else.
from the other.
Yeah.
They also. Essentially, there was 2 aircraft, and there were 2 people on board.
Yeah.
Well, now there were 3 people on board the one flight.
What was it carrying again? What kind of cargo?
Actually, they've called ahead like this. They've had about a week, so they've gotten the cargo manifest for the 737.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of boxes that raised some red flags, but not But they were quickly dismissed as because they're basically things that were possibly flammable. Mm-hmm. Copy chemicals, things like that. But there's, other than that, it was mostly mail. A lot of packages.
Okay. Were there any crates or things large enough that someone could hide in?
Yeah, actually, well, the thing is, most of the cargo were actually put into cargo bins.
Okay.
So which were large.
So someone at that airport where that plane took off, Seattle, could have snuck in and hid in one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So
there, at that point, Special Agent Hammond, says he instructs you to actually get in touch with Seattle, the Seattle airport, SeaTac, and see if they have any security cameras, so if they can get some. Maybe if there's a camera was recording the plane prior to takeoff. So that's what he instructs you to do.
Okay.
And the rest of you, he wants to go out to the crash site and have you do your initial look through, see what you can see.
Okay, sure.
Of course, they say it's winter. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so the sun's going down.
Okay.
So you can either do it tonight or you can wait.
We can do both, and then
I'm
we're
gonna do
already
it tonight.
here.
I do my best work at night.
No, you don't.
Really? You keep doing the noir thing every single investigation. I mean, there's no ladies here to impress anyways. I don't know why. You just...
There's probably a moose over yonder.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Actually, I think it's an elk.
My fedora and I are going outside to investigate.
Do you keep...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to light up a cigarette and talk to the fourth wall. That's obviously already broken.
Are you still dictating things, or are you just going to be writing a bunch of FBI true crime memoirs when you're done? Is that still your retirement plan?
Hey, it worked for Agent Smith.
Well, yeah, it worked for him, but he could write. Can you write? Your reports are... You still do the run-on sentence things. I don't even know how you got out of the academy with that.
Well, they weren't exactly that. They needed people.
Yeah,
They needed warm bodies.
I'm a photographer. I take pictures.
Okay, yeah, you do great
This
pictures.
way. When I finally expressed interest in the FBI, I was told that I wouldn't be able to make it because by then I'd already had a B in college. And I was like, and when asked why that was a big deal, it's like, do you realize what they have to do to weed out prospects with 4.0s only
Wow.
to get into the FBI?
So, yeah.
Okay, well...
you got in because you were ex-SWAT
Yeah.
and HRT, and they realized, we might need someone like that.
Yeah. Breakheads.
No, it was like, no, not breakheads, no!
I mean, subdue suspects in a legal and not legally liable way. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Here become wildcat.
I think I'm going to go towards the plot instead of swimming away
All
from
right,
the plot.
you got in because you got like a 4.0 in psychology. That's why he actually has psychology and psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
See? I'm all up in your head.
Apparently, I was a lawyer. Apparently, I was on track for law school before I decided to go into law enforcement. So,
Well, it's more like you're the guy that when you're the talker.
Well,
bargain, credit rating, fast talk, law, and persuade.
Well,
those are my skills.
Well, I hate the cold, so we can do this. Let's go ahead and make a sweep today, and then we can do one tomorrow morning, and then we can be out of here. Maybe go to Seattle, where it's nicer to continue our investigation, because clearly someone snuck in.
Nicer.
Well, look at how much snow is in Seattle. Not as much. Therefore, nicer.
No, they've got this nice icy sea breeze instead.
Yeah, it's still better. Anything's better than North Dakota, all right? I just want to get out of here.
Okay.
I think they got good chili in these parts.
Those of you who are going out to the crash site, to the actual debris field.
Yeah. All right, tell me what the roll, so I'll fail it.
See you guys.
Spot hidden.
Oh, I succeeded.
I succeeded as well.
Wow, David's failed.
I failed.
What'd you roll?
93.
You're actually thinking about the book you're going to write. It's like, all right,
Actually, it's more. He says I can't write. I don't think he can read.
who the fuck does he think he is?
Just because he says my prose is too purple. He's not the only one. Right? Just because I've had a rejection letter or two, or is it 3?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ross like
This week.
guns.
I hate this investigation. There's no suspects I can shoot.
Oh god, this is not what they said.
Yeah.
This is like work.
Ugh, I'm cold.
So did you make it?
Yeah.
And you made it?
60.
What'd you make?
67.
Okay, both of you going out discover a couple of things.
Okay.
One, there are some parts of the wreckage. There's actually one part where the wing of the 737 is kind of it's jutting upwards, and so there's been all kinds of snow.
Yeah.
However, At this one point, the way this wing's sticking out, it's keeping snow from collecting right underneath it.
Oh, okay.
And there are some footprints. It's still in the snow.
Okay. I assume there's some sort of procedure to say, like, investigators made footprints here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
There's nothing.
What kind? Like, are they boots? Are
Boots.
They, adult male, adult female.
Adult. You figure actually adult male and female.
Okay.
2 sets of footprints?
Yeah, I have tracks. So
Give me a track roll actually, so you can maybe you can really pinpoint it.
I make it exactly 50 out of 50.
Okay, you actually know. Actually, you look at this. It only looks like there's 2 sets,
Yeah.
but the more you look at it, the more you can tell each of the footprints is a little too wide, and it kind of doubles over. So you're looking like you actually realize there are more people here. They were just taking care to walk in each other's footsteps.
Elder gods walking single file to hide their numbers.
Yes, and elder gods wear boots.
Yes.
Clearly.
Why not?
Wouldn't you buy some Doc Martens?
Cronius has 1,001 forms, Aaron. Some of those are just disaffected teenagers.
Actually, might be a good idea to get some snapshots of that.
Yeah, of course.
You all have.
Where do they start and where do they go? Like, what direction do they head?
They come. Actually, they're coming in from the northeast.
Wait, okay, so they're coming in outside of the crash site to here, and then they go back?
Yeah.
So they were headed, so they stop at the wing, or at the base?
No, they keep going.
Okay,
But then you notice they come back.
okay. Can I tell where they stop?
Not like the snow is. The only place these footprints exist is under the wing. So the rest of it has been all kinds of snow piling up, and and they've also been clearing it out too.
Yeah.
But that's what you discover with your help. You can determine there were multiple people that came in here,
Okay.
and you can also tell that these footprints are about a week old.
Okay.
Because with a roll like that, even with track, you can kind of identify how old a track is.
Yeah, well, like how much stuff has fallen into it, how soft it is, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Especially it's been protected from the snow, so.
Yeah.
Photography roll to get good pictures of it, and not to step on any toes, but can we get some people with the plaster to make the casts of this so that we can get good molds before we lose them?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. What do you think? What do you think all these NTSB people are here for?
Third work.
Grunch.
But Ross,
Grunt schlub. Schlub that grunt work.
Okay, Ross, with your role, actually, kind of playing on a hunch.
Yeah.
First of all, while you're doing that, go ahead and give me a photography roll.
Odd 6 out of 60.
No,
All right.
That's an impale.
That's an impale. That's like, oh yes, oh show it to me, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can make out the tread pattern in the snow.
And also, you do things like put the dollar bill down for scale and everything.
Wouldn't use a dollar bill. We actually have a little scale thingy.
We have a banana.
In actual inches, Tom.
Actual inches?
As opposed to virtual inches.
As
Only
opposed
exist
to,
on the
But
internet.
Ross,
this boot is exactly 1.5 money units long.
David rolled so well he realized those people have nice kicks. So,
but
Are they
Ross,
pumped up kicks?
Exactly.
playing on a hunch.
They light up.
Okay, playing on a hunch. You kind of go looking around some of the cargo containers, which are still there, and they're closed. There's a couple of them you notice. You have to really look close. The locks have been picked.
Okay. Wow. That's fucked up. And then reclose to make it look like nobody's been there, but there's like the marks. So there's a lot of them that are relatively intact. So
Yeah, actually, the actual cargo container bins are pretty tough.
Okay.
and I guess this wasn't like a supersonic jet flying into it.
Well, it was a 737.
Yeah.
But also the fact that the debris field is also in the report. The fact that the debris field is not so spread out indicates the collision actually occurred at a much lower altitude than a 737 normally flies.
Right.
In fact, you got the radar data shows that the plane, like the 737, had descended to 9,000 feet before impact.
Is that after the unknown voice was heard?
Yeah, actually, standard procedure in an investigation, you combine the voice recorder with the data. which you can tell you can see the report. The plane, shortly after the unknown sound and the unknown voice came on, autopilot was kicked off and plane made a changed course heading north, and descended from 29,000 to about 10,000 before finally, within about 2 miles of the unknown aircraft, finally lowered to 9,000 feet and went on a collision course straight to it.
Okay. So this is actually, so we have proof that this is a coordinated effort. This is actually a group behind this, because it's not just one guy who snuck into the plane and took it over. There are people on the ground waiting for this. They knew this was going to happen in advance, or right after they were following it, and they tracked it down and they took it out. So you should look at the reports, what
because it took the NTSB at least 6 hours to get to this area.
Yeah, so no, they don't have any data on what happened here or any eyes on the ground
You asked the agents?
Yeah.
They said, they said we didn't get here till 6 hours after the collision, but
when did it crash again? So sometime around 10:18. Oh God, I'm sorry. Was that shortly before the crash? The last thing?
That's the last thing on the voice recorder before.
So it crashed around 10:18.
Mm-hmm. And then they got there about 4 in the morning.
Okay, so
which is actually pretty good response time for someplace so remote.
Yeah, but there's a 6 hour window where nobody knows what happened here.
Well, yeah, they say yes, but the NTSB people said that they're actually there's some locals that live around here, have their farms. They live on farms, and we talked to most of them, but the ones we most wanted to talk to refused to talk to us.
Why did they say that?
According to the people from the city, from the town, these are kind of survivalist nutcases.
So they have problems.
It's about 3 families that live in a large farm compound, pretty heavily armed. I mean, but the local people they don't really fear them too much because they do tend to just keep to themselves. But they're highly distrustful of federal people, government people. And then they only live about 5 miles from this place.
So they would have heard it,
and could have seen something, but they refuse to cooperate with the NTSB.
Okay, so quick question: those boots, the ones that made the treads, it took us a couple of glances to realize that there were multiple sets of footprints because they were walking single file.
Yeah.
Do they have the same tread pattern on them?
Yeah.
Almost as if they're the same size boots or same make of boots?
No, you said they were male and female, so they were different.
But they were all the same
But
brand.
basically all the guys walk together, all the ladies walk together.
And they all have the same boots.
They all have the same boots.
Brand, okay.
Now, you know what that sounds like to me?
A survivalist group.
Somebody that shops at an army surplus store for their shoes.
And buys in bulk.
Well, the thing is, they also picked the lock and made efforts to conceal. So they were trying to conceal that they were taking something out of the cargo bin. So they wanted something from that cargo bin.
Or they might have been going into the cargo bin to look for whatever they could find that was salvageable and or useful to them.
If it was just opportunistic, they would have. Why would they pick the lock? You would just crowbar it, grab what you could, and then leave. They were
Assuming that they're opportunistic about it.
Yeah. So the lock picking
Pencil.
indicates to me that it's premeditated.
Actually, do any of you have lockpicking?
I do.
Locksmith? Yeah.
I do, but I'm bad.
Well,
We'll call you out. Don't worry.
no, it's when you want.
You can come join us in the
after all this, you just reconvene in the command tent. You got in touch with Seattle Airport, and they confirmed they do have security cameras on the tarmac, and they're going to. They say it's probably going to be early in the morning by the time they can get the pictures to you.
Okay, so it's just that's do they have just hourly stills that are taken? Or
no, they have full video cameras.
Okay, can they actually transfer the full CCTV report me?
Yes, but that's going to take.
Okay.
They actually have to get their security guy to authorize that.
Okay.
How survivalists are these survivalists?
Do we have any files on them?
That's it. Actually, you should look it up. The thing is, no, they don't have any. I mean, the government. There's files hey, there's this group, and they make clear they don't trust the government, but this group has never caused trouble. And actually, it's that they're isolated, but as I say, they keep to themselves, and they don't threaten anyone.
Do they travel by air so that we might be able to see where they've been recently, just by looking at like any kind of like, did they travel a commercial flight to the Seattle area specifically recently?
Okay.
Anyone?
I can check that information.
Yeah, give me a computer use.
And I'm also going to make a computer use as well. I'm checking for something else.
They're saying they don't have a name for their compound, but it's like
the family names.
It's three families.
And I'm going to do a basic search on them, see if they have networked with some of the other Doomsday Preppers.
That would be an
Find out-
entail.
Ooh.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think I have to with
Okay,
that.
so and you were looking for what again?
Specifically the
And
let's see,
electronic
the travel.
information.
It's like travel information to see if anybody within those families has gone anywhere in
Or
the past.
anything in their digital footprint that tells us what their actions have been until the last.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's panopticon
Although-
their asses.
Well, the thing is, like, they hardly have any kind of digital
You can't
footprint.
outrun Big Brother, Tom. I call BS.
Well,
One of them has to have a teenager that's on Facebook.
Yeah.
no, well, there is one. Like the one bit of travel, like these people, they prefer to keep to their farm. They do. I mean, they do come into town to go shopping.
Yeah.
But they of course always pay cash. But the one bit of like you do find one bit of travel. One member of the group, it was Henry Stevens. He traveled 6 months ago to St. Louis.
Okay.
He actually had to use he used a credit card to buy a plane ticket to St. Louis 6 months ago.
I don't know.
Any other traffic on that credit card?
And just the return flight. And he got a hotel room with it while in St. Louis. He was there for 3 days, and then he flew back. And then flew back to.
Did he rent a car?
Yeah, he also rented. Yeah, basically all the stuff he would do for a few days in St. Louis.
Okay, so there are multiple
what,
people we can
what
interview.
City
restaurants
Museum.
did he eat at?
$1,000 spent at White Castle.
Naturally,
if they
White
pay
Castle.
are there any other charges? Did he pay cash for like food and stuff?
No, apparently, it's weird. When he was out of town, he used the credit card.
Okay, so he did.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's track everything he did. Restaurants, attractions.
we don't even know that he's related yet. That may be a coincidence. We should
Might
first.
be, but we still need to get that background.
Well, hold up in a second. We need to still pull up information, and the best way to do that.
But with an impale, you also got the background of all the families.
Yeah.
The Stevens, the Harrises, and the Longbergs.
Longworks.
They have extensive. They have a normal digital footprint until 10 years ago.
Okay.
Actually till about 9/11. Actually,
So longer than.
a little less, but just around like a little after 9/11, they suddenly decided to go off the grid.
Fair enough.
Not surprising.
Like you do.
Like you do.
I mean, we went off the grid for a while after 9/11.
Yeah. We were broadcasting RPPR out of a bunker.
It's true. It's pretty awesome. All we did is-
It's like we didn't even create it yet.
With ghouls clawing at the door.
Yeah,
yeah,
clearly.
all we had to keep us occupied were our beards and our gaming.
Yes. We do need to get a cabin and go out in the woods and just game, be total nerds out in the wilderness at some point.
Pretending that we're roughing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has to have Wi-Fi.
And an axe murderer wouldn't show up at all.
Just oil, just gaming like God intended.
Well, it wouldn't be a murder, but Bill will be out there with an axe. I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's fine. We can game.
Why'd you guys tell me to stand out here with an axe? Just keep out there. You're good.
Anyways,
Why do you have to wear this hockey mask? Shut up.
But
let's focus on the primary things related to the crash. I mean, first off, we need to figure out where did those tracks go? Like, what direction did they come from? Did they come from the direction?
they came from it's north. This compound's northwest of the crash site.
Okay.
And the footprints that you saw from that under the wing came from the northeast.
Okay, so it's the opposite direction. So I don't.
Where were they going, though?
We don't know. We don't know if they where.
It is a snow.
What is northeast of the crash site?
No towns. There's some isolated houses. You can compile a list of things that would be in that general direction.
Okay.
That'll take some time.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So essentially, you've gone through your initial walkthrough,
Yeah.
and you get to sleep in a nice warm tent on a cot.
A cot in the hotel, right?
No, all the agents are staying in the campsite.
Oh,
Don't they have trailers for us?
No.
they would normally.
18 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's tents.
180.
It's high quality. It's it's big, high quality tents, and they have
Thermal. That's like
generators, heaters, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah,
we're not roughing it. So.
You're roughing it, Uncle Sam style.
Yeah. But contractors have to get paid. Halliburton has to get paid. So that's
So I was like, it's good. So in the morning you can get up, take a shower, some Halliburton water, eat some free Halliburton food.
Yep.
This tastes like pain and death.
Yeah.
I think that's the secret ingredient. As Dick Cheney just fades back into the snow.
Please don't shoot me in the face, sir.
It's okay, Ross. You lost all 25.
Actually, we just look around. The hell, we banished him to Mordor.
Did I just lose 1d100 sanity from seeing Dick Cheney?
No,
I think I did.
It's like you saw his face.
No, that's the only thing. The only time it happens if he's holding a shotgun to you.
Oh yeah.
Old joke.
Dick Cheney.
Vintage.
Well, in the morning, since we had wanted to take a look at it, is it possible for me to try to jimmy open the locks on the containers that survived?
Well, we could open them up. I mean, like.
Yeah, you can open them now. Someone picked them and then relocked them.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Yeah, that's the first thing we should do is trace what the fuck were in those bins. I mean, I assume they have serial numbers on them so we can figure out what boxes were.
Anyway, so cue the in music.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 or whatever.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm immersed down.
There you go. When you wake up, you wake up actually a lot earlier than you planned to because there's suddenly you kind of sense there's actually a lot of activity going on right now. Like, people are kind of moving like they got a purpose now.
I get up and look and see what it is.
Pull on parka.
And Agent Hammond comes up to you and says, they finally found the tail section of the other plane. We think we can identify it now.
Oh, good.
How far away was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was buried almost under 2 feet of snow. But they think they got a serial number for it. We're running it.
Oh, good. What about those cargo bins that were picked? Well, actually, no. I'm focused on my character I'm focused on figuring out what's northeast of the crash site, so I can figure out where those people came from.
I'd be interested in what the manifest is to see what they stole.
Yeah. Well, wait.
You
need to look at the security footage, right?
Oh yeah, that's already up, so that should be transferred to us. So
how long ago? At this point, how long ago was the actual crash?
1 week.
Can we run missing persons from the Seattle area?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and put that request.
Like if the guy was in the thing.
Well, I'm assuming that whatever guy that... My thinking is, the guy that's screaming, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
is probably somebody that was somehow coerced into getting on that plane and causing it to crash.
Yeah.
Or to hijack it or something.
Yeah, hijack it. I don't think he didn't sound suicidal.
And so... whoever that person is probably from the Seattle area, more than likely, because that's why human traffic someone across country just to have them die in a plane.
Yeah.
And so that could start giving us some idea of who might be involved and who actually crashed the plane. And then the question is, how did they get coerced?
Yeah.
So, anyway...
And I am going to be taking all available information that we have on the Stevens, Harrison, Longberg plans and trying to build a psychological profile out of it so that we know what questions to ask and how to ask them on the off chance that we actually get a chance
Aaron,
to
figure out a way to get them to open up.
Give me a computer use
that
check.
too.
oops, that tilted.
Yeah, it actually went into a Twizzler's bag.
Failed.
All right, Ross.
Or we just, I would say, well, since I'm just reviewing the footage, this sense that's not really that hard to pull up.
Were you running computer or spot hidden?
I was running. He said computer check, but I could just do a spot hidden.
Actually, you could give me a track roll to determine what. I'll say if you do that, you can figure out what exactly is within walking distance.
Nope, 73 out of 50.
Okay, so it's just going to take you a little bit longer.
Okay.
So, Aaron, at about 6 in.the morning, local time, you finally get a large incoming file of security camera footage from the Seattle airport.
Okay.
Anyway.
And yeah, you see the 737s. It's on the tarmac being loaded.
Okay.
So from you, I'm going to need a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Because just right now, everyone else is kind of working on their own thing.
31. Yes, made it.
All right. Well, this would actually be one of those moments where we have a montage of zoom and enhance.
Yeah.
Zoom and enhance.
Well, just zooms, and it's a security camera, so it probably doesn't have that much enhance.
Well, that's why you're using.
Enhance just means use the sharpen filter.
No, and it also means you're also using you're also using your cool government issue FBI computer.
Yeah.
That can do that to even security camera footage.
Auto sharpen.
And while you're working up your psychological profile, and you are looking at a map,
Basically.
and making some phone calls to locals, like the local sheriff, to say, "Hey, is there? I see a house here. Is there anything else?" Saying blah 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 blah. So just about that, you made it, right?
Yes, 31. Yeah.
Well,
You
that's good
do
copy.
see something as they're finishing up loading. You see, like there's like the 3 cargo handlers who are they get the procedure. Right? Once it's all loaded, the cargo handler has to go in and make sure all the weight is properly distributed so the plane doesn't crash.
Weird.
What, you mean we don't want that stuff to happen?
And
At least not on a regular
and
basis.
you're actually seeing it. You see the chief cargo holder. Like once the 3 cargo handlers, they come out of the plane, and they're apparently, like, you can see they're comparing notes, nodding, and then one gets a page, and he actually kind of gets on the cart with the other one, and with the second one, and they kind of drive off, and then the third one you see kind of hits the button for it to be closed. And at the last second, you see him then duck into the cargo hold
One of the cargo handlers.
as the door's closing.
Okay, see? Now we can get a voice print if we can get him on file.
So, actually, it's, well, far with the zoom, that's how close was the footage to...
Yeah, it's from a distance.
Okay, that's fine.
Not in
but I can get the record...
HD,
but I can...
4K.
With subtitles and here's where cargo handler Bob Jones goes. Yeah, it like ducks in. What a naughty boy he is.
But I can ask who was on... That's like, who was on duty that night for the cargo handler, so...
Who hasn't shown up for work since?
Duty.
So, I like duty. Why?
Okay, David.
It needs to get done.
You finish your psychological profile.
Okay. What do I roll to make it?
Psychology. Actually, I call it psychoanalysis.
I make 29 out of 50.
Okay. So the thing is, like, they don't they're survivalists, but they're not like end of the world preppers. They
They're reasonable crazy people.
yeah. So obviously they're very mistrustful of the government, but they're not the kind of people that actively want to overthrow it. That's why they're not so much
Just
on the
a little
government's
racist.
radar. No, actually, one of the families is one of the families is actually African American.
Oh, wow. They're very progressive.
Well, they're just like, apparently after 9/11 they thought, they did believe that, oh my God, the terrorists could hit us at any moment. We got to get out. We got to get out
Are
of the
these
cities.
hippie survivalists?
No, they're not. I mean, they still.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, of course it is. Like all those guys who grow their own food out in the...
Oh, they
called
do.
a commune.
They do that.
Well,
they
commune.
do that,
Yeah.
but also. You also know that they also love to frequent gun shows. You're pretty sure they have a large amount of firepower. However, though the ATF is not looking at them, so they're carrying a lot of firepower
We could
that's
fix
actually
that.
legal to have. That they're not known to have illegal weapons. Just they have things you can just buy legally.
People who are known
Which
to have illegal
strikes
weapons.
me as I am going to have a lot of rifles so that I can shoot whatever wild game I want and feed my
Oh
family.
no! They still have a lot of AR-15s and things that
shoot animals with AR.
Yeah, it's like you do know that they're the kind of people.
The most dangerous game.
But
big.
they're preparing to fight off the invading foreign armies they know are coming.
Oh, so they just watched Red Dawn a few too many times.
Okay.
Well, no, they're the ones who are actually guarding the Canadian border for us. So thank you, crazy families in North Dakota.
Because obviously the Canadians are allied with Pyongyang.
Well, you never know. I mean, it's right next door to Russia.
And China.
Yeah, they can see Russia from their backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
But essentially, the government knows about them, but also doesn't think they're a serious enough threat to waste too many resources on them.
Well, that's about to change.
There's that, but you also know they might be the kind of people who would take advantage of a situation like this. They're like, hey, go to the black market, see if there's a market for 250 toner containers.
HP.
Inkjet.
Well, then again, it's like, my God, they just looted a cargo of the most valuable substance on Earth.
It is by weight. By
Printer ink.
Jesus Christ! I mean, it's more valuable than blood or oil. So.
Liquid
Oh my
gold.
God!
Yeah.
There's your next payday heist.
Toner.
Guys, the inkjets. Inkjet cartridges. Go get them.
Like, whoa! Why is it 150 grand? What the hell?
Duffel bag of ink. Anyway.
And as for you, you finally get out what is basically northeast. What's northeast of here up to the Canadian border.
Okay.
There are 17 private residences, mostly rural farms.
How many of those are under the names Jones, Harris, or Longberg?
None.
No, yeah, they're the northwest one. I'm looking at the northeast.
Which is where the tracks came from.
Yeah, the tracks.
There's a ranger station. Mm-hmm. There is a there's a propane storage facility.
Okay, storage.
Yeah, and there's also some kind of environmental protection commune group.
They're the hippies. There's two groups of people.
Well, this group's known as the Horizon Group. They're kind of and they're pro-environment agitators.
Oh, gee, who should I be looking at? Yeah.
Well, the environmental impact of planes hitting the goddamn ground
Yeah. No.
probably outweighs any benefit of taking out planes hitting the goddamn ground.
I'm basically going to plot out a route. How far could people march in 6 hours?
That's why
Those are all the ones that are likely. People could have left from, gone to the site, and gone back before the NTSB showed up, right?
And did you do it assuming that they all came on foot,
Yeah.
or did they have possibly vehicles?
Are there any roads that are adjacent to that corridor? Like they could have been dropped off by a truck?
Not that we're clear.
I'll do it later.
It was still really heavy snow, and they're like dirt roads in the best of times.
Okay.
But if they had something like snowmobiles,
Well, I'm just going to say...
And this is North Dakota, so yes.
Yeah, there probably would be, but...
We're kind of sitting around wondering where's our goddamn snowmobile.
Yeah.
there's about 20 of them on the camp.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, here's what I'm going to...
How are we just now hearing about these?
Well, because we've been looking at the crash site. We didn't need to leave.
True.
So I'm going to go to each those places you mentioned, the closest one first, and just look around. If there's people there, ask them what they saw re-interview them basically, and ask them if they saw any people coming or traveling that night on anything.
All right, so give me persuade.
Oh wait, maybe you should do that.
I have persuade.
Yeah, maybe you should do
So-
that, and I'll accompany you.
Like a pie.
Yeah.
I'm a non-white person.
I'm a scary non-white person with a gun. You of North Dakota, you should be afraid and do whatever this man tells you to do.
Persuade or fast talk?
Are you just asking them what happened
Yes.
and trying to make yourself look presentable?
Yes.
Persuade.
Okay.
Well, you probably should.
Nope.
Yeah, we probably should
You get a
agree.
bonus because of me.
Unless that bonus is a plus 30, nope.
Yeah, he rolled a 90.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be playing Federales of the North.
Oh wow!
By the way, Aaron, while you're still there, they've ran the serial number and they've identified the plane.
Yeah.
It was a Beechcraft King Air 350 twin prop cargo plane. This one was owned by the Greenfield Chemical Company.
Who's the Greenfield Chemical Company?
Is it a local or?
It's actually a national company.
Are they part of the Horizon Group?
No. The Horizon Group are a
Hippies.
hippie commune type place.
Yeah.
What do they
I
primarily?
think that they would
what is
really
their primary
dislike those
business?
guys.
They do a lot of petrochemicals, pesticides. They also do a little bit of work. They do some explosives for the government.
Was this a Spraying? Well, what do you call the things that spray the pesticides?
spray plane?
Crop dust.
No. This was a cargo plane.
Yeah, crop
Okay.
dusters are single.
Do they have a local? Do they have a local office within North Dakota?
They do in Bismarck.
Where was this plane located? Or supposed to be located? Like, what airfield was it like registered in, or whatever?
It was was registered out of Minneapolis.
Okay.
And I'm actually sorry. No, sorry. The Greenfield, the closest Greenfield office is in Minneapolis.
Oh God, it's a math problem gone wrong.
If one cultist leaves Minneapolis traveling 100 miles an hour going west, and the time-space anomaly is going at the speed of light, at what point does your character reach for the gun to end this agony before all of humanity is damned forever?
And where do we
Solve
bury the
for
survivors?
Better call
Where
Saul.
Y is the number of Yithians that are looking on in silent wonder.
Well, actually, solve for X and Y, where it's like X is the number of screams that emanate from your body.
So
Where are the survivors buried? Tell me quickly because they're running out of air.
we need to talk to them and find out where the fuck that plane was. So if he failed his persuade, who is that for? Who is the closest people? Just some random...
You guys wanted the first farm.
Okay.
You guys I already told the other government guys what I just heard a noise and then saw a light. That's all I saw.
Okay.
A light?
I just saw a light.
What kind of light?
Like a flaming light, like fire.
Oh, okay.
Like it was on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was an explosion.
Your guy living in North Dakota is an old Creole man.
Would you prefer that it was... So what exactly happened? Well, I set fire to the rain.
Oh my God. Anyway, next house.
Ranger station or whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna go along the lines until we get to the Horizon.
All right.
Is the Horizon group the farthest one?
Yes.
We'll also be looking for signs of unusual things at their houses, like the cargo that was taken. Like, how big could it have been?
That's just it. Because of that, when you discovered that the cargo
Yeah.
things have been picked open, they're actually going through them trying to see what's still there.
Yeah.
So right now they don't know if anything's missing.
Okay. Yeah. Good point. They should also have a forensics thing. See if there's any bloodstains or anything like that. Maybe they. I don't know. There's certainly a.
We're still
murder.
talking to people.
Yeah.
All right,
So we'll
so,
just keep going.
Okay, finally, give me one. Okay, we're just gonna get one big overall persuade check.
Oh.
I believe in you.
Oh, yeah, I make it. I'm good.
See, I should have said I believe.
The rest of the people, you gotta kind of put your best foot forward. Like I know I'm with the government, and you're way the fuck up north, and no one lives here willingly unless they're trying to avoid the government, obviously. And
That's a great opener. I'm sure they love it.
Honestly, what I'm trying to accomplish is I want the government out of here just as much as you do. So all I need you to do is answer some simple questions because we both know you want nothing to do with this, and you had nothing to do with it. So let's just get some questions so I can go talk to the guys in Washington, and we'll all get out of each other's hair.
well, actually, but
That's a good persuasion check, man.
and actually, the thing that really goes for you, you're here investigating a disaster.
Yeah.
You're not here busting their chops about we're looking for illegal guns or some shit. It's no, a plane's crashed and we're trying to figure out what happened. So more people are willing to open up to you. But I mean, really, they kind of tell you the same thing. They heard like a boom overhead, and then they saw a bunch of debris raining down.
But did any of them see anyone traveling that night?
Like the last two.
Yeah.
The last two guys say, when you mentioned, they heard the boom, they saw the debris, and then they said about 45 minutes, maybe an hour later, they heard engines.
Like what kind of engines?
Snowmobile engines?
Or car engines?
They say it wasn't a car. It sounded a little too smaller than a car. Maybe a snowmobile.
Okay.
Maybe a few of them.
Okay.
But they noticed that no one saw anything. But the last two people heard some. They're pretty sure they heard some engines. And there was like just maybe 45 minutes to an hour later.
After the crash.
After the crash.
Okay. So they were on snowmobiles, then they got out on foot, and then they got back on their snowmobiles.
Well, I almost want to say that almost rules out the Horizon group, because do you realize the carbon footprint of a snowmobile?
Look, people's behavior with their ideology, cognitive dissonance is a real thing. So, like, they
Well,
can still have
besides
snowmobiles.
The
should
greener
go there and
option
see
is
if
to
they
walk
have any snowmobiles.
through 16 feet of snow,
Yeah.
or where
16. It was
snowshoes-
16. Guys, that wasn't 16 feet of snow. God damn, this isn't a glacier. It was 16 inches.
If it is a glacier, we're probably playing a different Call of Cthulhu scenario.
It's like, well, fuck you all. Yeah, so let's check out the ranger station, the propane place, and the Horizon group, and just look at them, see if they have snowmobiles.
All right.
First, ask the ranger if the Horizon. Actually, talk to the ranger.
Yeah.
And see, we shouldn't even have to roll for him. Cause
No, he's fully. He says yes.
He's part of the conspiracy.
Well, he does confirm that yes, the station does have 2 snowmobiles.
Okay.
But he says I can vouch they've been here the whole time.
They were not in use
Yeah.
that night.
Like I wasn't on duty. I think the person who was on here at night. He's the one. I think he's the one that called in the report.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, I think he even said he tried to go out, but we haven't used these things in a dog's age.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
So neither one of them would start.
Can we see if they...
Oh yes, of course, they're right out here.
Do they work?
Yeah, you turn the key and
Yeah.
they won't turn over.
Okay.
I think it's the starter. Of course, getting parts out here in the middle of nowhere is difficult.
Let's see if we can.
What about the Horizon group? Do they have snowmobiles?
Them. Yeah, they've got some. I've been called out there a few times. Mainly, they leave the compound quite often. They love to go. They go all around the country protesting.
Sure.
Industries and businesses.
Okay.
But
And
I
I'm
think
sure all of their snowmobiles run on French fry squeezins.
You're not even there. You're...
like you just said that wherever you were, those words just suddenly.
Why do we even have you on speakerphone?
Yeah, I'm off to the side trying to pull up information. Why the hell do you just say these random things?
Like I don't know.
It's for flavor for my novels. I mean... I'm psychoanalyzing the survivalists.
Whatever,
It's like-
Ian Fleming.
More like Raven Chandler.
Hey.
Actually, more like Dashiell.
When I sell 1 million copies, I am not going to acknowledge you in these books.
More like Dan
I'm
Brown.
completely
Well, no,
comfortable
Dashiell
with
Hammett
that.
was a private eye before he started writing that. Raymond Chandler was an oil executive. If I'm not mixing more background stuff. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, he said, we occasionally get some complaints about them, but they're really they tend to keep to themselves, and once again, don't bother anybody unless you're. We've had a few times oil companies have come up here trying to do some preliminary drilling, and that gets them out in force.
Yeah. Have you been up there in the last week since the crash?
Last time I think any of my people were up there was 4 months ago.
Okay.
It was once again a oil exploration team came up here, and about 30 of them descended on the campsite.
How many are there total?
There's I'd say about 40 of them there.
Oh, wow. Good.
Off and on, their numbers dwindle and grow depending on seasons. There's not that many out there right now.
Do you know if any of them have a record of any of them? But I know a lot of those environmental types like to break into places to, wreck labs or whatever. Do any of those have those kind of
None of them have a record as far as we know. Then I'm a park ranger. My badge has a tree on it.
I understood that reference. So
The portal's opened up again.
yeah, continuity.
Continuity.
So the.
elsewhere.
As far as you know, they don't break into places. They don't commit any
At
crime.
least not that I know of. I mean, then again, they've.
Well,
At least there's not. I don't think there's anywhere around here to be broken into.
Well, I mean, like you said, they go traveling a lot.
They do, and most of the time, their activities are documented. I think, but they mainly protest. But I would not be surprised if they did break-in type stuff either.
Okay.
In fact, a few of those guys are a little more militant than the others.
Oh, really? Okay. Any of them you know by name? Those militants?
Well, then I know the guy in charge. He's lived there for almost 4 years now. I only know him because he's foreign.
Oh.
Russian, I think.
Oh.
Nick, something like that.
Nikolai?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Nikolai Wiesel?
Actually,
Brother
scholars
to,
believe Tommy Wiseau is of Polish origin, although there is no definitive background to this.
As soon as they find the Ark of the Covenant, they'll find his place of origin.
Exactly, his birth record.
His birth certificate is in the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, it was
It melts people's faces off.
No, it's
You
actually.
guys should read the Disaster Artist.
It's actually not
hilarious.
It's actually not his birth certificate. It's the original draft of the room.
Oh my god! I read a part in the Disaster Artist where it talks about what inspired Tommy Wiseau to write The Room, because like up until that point in his life, he was trying to make it in Hollywood as an actor, taking all these acting classes and stuff like that. So he goes out to see a movie with his friend Greg Sestero, who plays Mark in the movie. And what movie do you think inspired him to write The Room?
Citizen Kane.
No, it was a movie in the '90s. I'll give you that much. It starred Matt Damon.
Good Will Hunting?
No.
The Bourne Identity.
No, it was a talented Mr. Ripley.
We're done.
And it's done.
No,
I don't want to live on this planet anymore, guys.
This is table flip.
Sorry, no, this is a derailment. This is a derailment, but let me speak my piece.
Whoa there.
Whoa.
A lot of callbacks in this episode.
Whoa there, Black Falcon.
Just doing a lot of RPPR callbacks.
But this is now really telling me that ultimately he is trying to pull this Andy Kaufman-esque joke. If this is the truth on his deathbed, he reveals he really was from Wisconsin this entire time. His name is Michael Bendis or something.
Wow, he's a comic book writer?
Yes, he is. Right. Michael Brown or whatever. At this point, that's all this needs to happen.
I don't know. You should read
No,
it.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Yeah, you wrote Captain
Sign me
America.
up for the next Cthulhu cult.
Anyway,
Well, we
so
just happen to have a form right here.
so Nikolai leads the Horizon group. To go back to the game, do they hunt? Do they carry weapons? Or do they just farm? How do you even get money? Do you know? Like all that travel?
I don't know. They must get it from somewhere.
Okay.
Weed.
Double goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they have at least a half a McDuck worth of money.
Motherfuckers. Let's call the IRS.
So, okay, hold on. Is a McDuck like... Is the...
It's a room of gold.
Okay.
That's a McDuck.
That's-
We
it-
established
Half a
that.
McDuck is half a room of gold.
Yeah, that's what we established
Okay.
in Shanghai. So,
Okay.
yeah. It is mini money units.
Double gold.
It is double gold. I give the Ranger my business card and just say, if you think of any other information about the Horizon Group or anything odd, it appears that we're interested in people who may have visited the site shortly after the crash. They might have seen something that we weren't able to because the snow was falling. So there were some reports of snowmobiles being heard in the area. So we're just trying to tie up all loose ends. Get every single witness on the record. So
Of course.
Now, when you say tying up loose ends, you did just hand that guy your business card.
yeah, he's a park ranger. He has a tree on his
I'm
back.
also a serial killer.
Yeah. If he turns out to be the bad guy, I'm just like, all right, no, kill me. I
didn't see that coming at all, so
didn't see
you
it.
totally
Yeah.
deserve it.
So are you going to go then,
yeah. Let's go to the Horizon Group.
or the there's the
Oh yeah, the propane place.
all right, go there.
It's on fire.
It's literally Bob's quality propane. That's
Nice.
literally what it's called.
Country Bob's
He must
propane bunker.
hate King of the Hill, or love it.
Well, when you go there, it's the guy he comes to the door in a button-up shirt and a tie.
Yeah.
It's like welcome. How can I help you? Like, are you interested? Like, we have many fine propane products for purchase.
Propane and propane accessories.
I knew that was coming. What was your character's name? Harper or
Jim.
What last name was Harper?
Yeah.
Agent Harper and Fernandez, FBI.
Like, Oh, this is a problem. This is about that plane crash, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it
Terrible
is.
thing. Terrible thing. Please come in. Come in. Can I get you some coffee?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. It's a cold day.
Like, excellent. Like,
Go for it.
This coffee tastes like chloroform to you?
welcome to Uncle Touchy's naked puzzle basement.
We're looking for witnesses who may have been near the crash site shortly after the crash.
I was actually here doing the books late when it happened. I heard it happen.
Did you hear anything else that night or see anything else that night?
Oh, just some. I'm pretty sure I heard some snowmobiles from that commune up the road.
Oh, okay.
Did they give you much trouble?
Like, oh no. That I sell propane.
Do they use propane?
Yeah, actually, I sell them. I sell them quite a bit.
Okay.
The cognitive dissonance of these fucking hippies.
Like they're different degrees. It's not
Fracking,
just-
Ross. Fracking.
They oppose fracking, but
propane.
Yeah.
So they oppose fracking the process,
They got
but
anyway,
one of the
they
things
got
that could potentially be a product of it, they're fine with.
They're trying to cut down, not eliminate. It's harm reduction, not harm elimination. So, I'm guessing there are multiple philosophies. And you can't live in North Dakota and not use fucking propane. There aren't enough fucking trees up there.
No, there's not. And it's better than
There's no
burning.
peat bogs to go harvest. Anyway,
It's like they're fueled by the souls of the damned.
yeah, exactly.
Well, we
Yes,
probably
yeah.
are dealing with a cult.
Yes, but it's like I'm pretty sure I heard some snowmobiles come from their compound.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they went there to investigate.
Yeah. Well, we would like to talk to them. What are you, to see if they saw anything. Obviously, a lot of snow fell, so by the time we got there,
But I usually only ever deal with one member of the group. Dennis, I think his name was.
Dennis. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that did a lot of their business, but
Do it.
I don't.
Go.
But I rarely see anyone
I
heading
got
out
this
this
there.
way.
Okay. Does Dennis have a last name?
He flips through his thing.
Yeah.
Martin, Dennis Martin.
Dennis Martin. Okay.
Yes. The last person that came up here, it was nearly 3 weeks ago.
Oh, they haven't bought any. Do they usually buy more?
I know this was somebody. Usually they come up once a month to refill, but this was someone heading to them. Stopped here to ask to make sure she was on the right road.
What
Oh.
was her name?
I didn't get her name, but she said she was worked for some newspaper.
Oh. Did she say which one?
One of the papers in Minneapolis, I think.
Okay.
Red flag.
There's only so many newspapers. We can narrow that down pretty quickly.
But we're dealing with flights between Seattle and Minneapolis, and she writes for a paper that's there that went up to the group. Something's up. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, we can find. Yeah, if she's lying, we can find that out with a few phone calls to the Minneapolis papers.
or even if she's legit, then
Yeah,
she
yeah,
probably has a
exactly.
connection to something that we want to know about.
Yeah. She knows something that we don't.
Yes.
Did she say what she was wanting? What kind of story she was covering?
She said she wanted to speak to the leader of the Horizon Group, some Russian name, I think.
Nikolai?
Nicholas?
Yeah, I think that was it. He's not on one of those watch lists for you or anything, is he?
No, we just again like
Because,
you said they went up.
Because that wouldn't surprise me with him.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Dennis likes to talk, and you know, he mentioned that this Nikolai guy, he didn't leave Russia because he wanted to. Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't go into detail, but he said this guy, he's got some skills that could get him into some trouble.
Like
Does
military
this
or criminal?
Nikolai have any tattoos?
I'm gonna write.
Why does this speakerphone
Why does this keep happening?
I'm gonna write
okay.
KGB on the cake.
Stop.
Okay, Agent Fernandez.
me when we're doing interviews. Stop.
Agent Fernandez, stop
Backseat.
fucking butt dialing base camp.
Sorry.
Here, use this brick phone. You can't butt dial that one.
Actually, I'll put my Nokia in my front pocket. It's better than body armor.
It's like my phone stopped the bullet. That was a Barrett rifle. Like, I know the bullet's still sticking out of it.
It's a Nokia.
Let's go to Radio Shack. They might be liquidating them.
So yeah, the shack.
Phones or the shack?
I'm going to build a suit of armor out of Nokia phones.
Out of an 80s cell phone.
Early 2000s, late 90s. I mean, you know.
I am the universal soldier.
For certain values of Universal.
Oh my god, the caffeine and the sugar is not doing us any justice right
I think it's doing a pretty good job.
Anyway.
So, like, military or criminal skills, or
he didn't say, but
did you? Have you
okay, well, you didn't hear this from me. Of
course
I mean,
not.
if you put in some report, but apparently this guy was not a fan of the Russian oil and gas industry.
Fair enough.
Who was?
Yeah, Gazprom is not exactly known for their ethical business practices, but the. Have you ever seen Nikolai? Have you ever met him?
Never met the guy. No.
Okay.
No, he rarely. I mean, he goes. He goes on the protests with everybody.
Yeah, those protests. That's a lot of that kind of traveling in a group seems kind of expensive. What do you know how they get their funding? Do they?
I think they get some kind of private donations. I think because they buy enough to keep that compound running every month, and they always
don't sell anything. They don't grow anything. Or,
well,
a lot of these.
Well, I think they grow their own food. I think they got some hydroponics going on in there. But they grow their own food, but
Hydroponics to an FBI agent is definitely like, hey, who wants dinner? Let me just open up this can of dog food.
Anyway. But yeah, they pay cash every month.
Interesting. Well, thank you. If you can think of anything else about the Horizon Group or about that night, if you hear anything,
Here's my card.
yeah, here's my card.
Like, oh, well, of course I will. Thank you, officer. Or
Alright.
agent. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. All
I
right.
get that a lot.
As they leave, like, you called me officer, reaching for your gun. It's like
Sancha, I haven't been that since the dark days. Since that day.
and well, the only
Okay,
thing
Ross.
Yeah.
So where do we go now?
there's only one place left to
North,
go.
south, or Dennis?
Well, Dennis is.
Told you I had that one, Aaron.
Yeah.
Told you.
Whoa!
You'd make it a horrible local thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to the Horizon Group.
Okay, up the road you go.
Yeah.
I'm-
Wait, did the NTSB interview them? Well, I guess they
They
would.
tried to.
Oh, they tried to, but they said no.
Oh, yeah. They no, they did not. They did not. They interviewed, but really just did you see anything about the crash?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Is they had this exact same story that everyone else said. Like I heard an explosion, saw some debris. raining
Whole
from
goddamn
the sky.
countryside's in on this conspiracy.
Okay.
Said we just napalm it all and start over. Call it New Dakota.
All right.
Wait.
by the
Actually,
way,
one thing. Actually, I will call David on the way and say,
We actually are calling you this time, David.
yes, this is legit. This is totes legit.
And you're not butt dialing me this time?
No, I'm using my hands this time.
how do I hand?
Yeah. How do I hand?
I'm going to go perform some open heart surgery.
I will. Okay, so we're gonna go talk
You
to
a
them.
doctor?
If there's at all suspicious, they might do some shady shit as
Oh,
soon
this
as we
baby
leave.
used too much blood.
So why don't you set up with
Baby's
your
gonna
cameras
cry.
somewhere nearby where you can surveil them and see if they're like, oh shit, they're onto us. Let's go hide the stuff.
Like the jig is up.
Well, I was thinking more like let's go ditch our snowmobiles or let's
or shit ton of weed.
or whatever we had in this cargo. bin.
Yes, let's dispose of our contraband.
Yeah. So why don't you set up somewhere nearby where you can surveil them with a telescopic lens with your nice camera?
That sounds like a great idea. We'll set up some nice surveillance.
So we'll go buzz the hornet's nest and see what kind of reaction we
All right. By the way, Aaron.
That's it.
Okay, we're going to briefly go back to you since you're doing your job. Like, I'm avoiding any kind of trouble because I am a technician.
Unless the monster comes after me because I'm at the base camp.
Exactly. And you.
Or the monster
okay,
somehow
yeah,
is
we're
the
briefly
Well, I was waiting for the information on those employees to come back to see who was.
Well, as he leaves, then about 20 minutes later, you actually get some information back. That plane that was being flown by the Greenfield Chemical Company, it flew out of Minneapolis,
Okay.
and its destination was actually a private airfield near Minot, North Dakota.
Is it the one we landed at? Is it the one we landed at? Sorry, I was
No.
Because there's multiple airports or airfields at Minot. Because that's where we
if
landed.
you have a flat enough, expansive enough bit of farmland, you can make your own private airfield.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking. Like, there are multiple airfields in Minot.
No, well, this one it's like it was actually flying to a very small private airstrip located next to a chemical plant.
Okay, so it wasn't the one.
And is that one of Greenfield's?
Actually, no, it's not. It's actually the Baustein chemical plant. They are owned by a different firm. But the
Cereal company.
No, it's a chemical company, same as Greenfield.
What kind of preservatives are they putting in these things?
Well, it raises a flag because Baustein comes up actually as doing very sensitive work for the United States government right now.
Okay. Who was supposed to be on that plane? How many people?
Yeah, well, yeah.
There was 2 pilots.
That's it?
No, that's like no passengers, no cargo.
It was actually like they were landing there apparently to pick up a piece of equipment that Greenfield had bought from Baustein.
Did they actually pick it up and then were on their way back when they went?
They were actually flying. They were trying to avoid some weather, so they altered course further north.
But did they pick the equipment up or not?
Apparently, no. They never got to the airfield.
Okay.
They were on their way to pick it up when
Okay.
the 737 crashed into them.
Yeah.
And why wasn't this why wasn't their crash initially reported to the or at least that flight being expected, because they still would have had to register a flight plan with the FAA.
Well, people forget to do that. So
And actually, that's just it. The plane wasn't reported missing.
It wasn't.
No.
that's totally suspicious.
Well, I guess Greenfield's getting a call.
It's like, red flag, roly-poly red flags.
Very enthusiastic about that typing.
So
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I will actually get their home office.
Wahoo, Nebraska.
Well, Minneapolis.
No, actually,
Omaha,
no.
Nebraska. Well, we're making documentaries here. Blah.
Actually, their home office is Minneapolis.
Calling up and specifically asking to speak to their president and/or CEO.
You know.
Well, you are told pretty much what
Fuck off, low-level government man.
Yeah, pretty much like, well, I'm sorry, the president is not in right now, but we'll be sure to leave him a message that you called.
Well, I would like you to leave him this specific message that one of your planes that did not register a flight plan with the FAA, as far as we can tell, was involved in a crash that involved at least 3 deaths. That's like, if not, that's like more because of the. Well, 5 deaths as far as we can tell total.
Too many words, Aaron. You're not intimidating enough.
No, it's bureaucratic. It works.
Okay.
5 deaths total. If you would like to clear this up before we possibly level any kind of charges, or come in there with a warrant because we believe he's withholding evidence, you may contact us at this number.
Yeah, that's not going to piss off somebody that finances someone else's campaign.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Government drone.
at some point, yeah, they have to cover their own asses, and like politicians can only do so much, especially when you do break the laws that are so blatantly like, yeah, you didn't file a flight plan. That's yeah,
Like, well, how is that our fault?
yeah, exactly.
That's the pilot's supposed to. You'll be like, the pilot's supposed to file the flight plan.
Companies are liable for the action of their employees.
Yep, and we can just wrap that up in a cocoon of red tape for years.
Yeah.
And besides that, the civil courts will probably be getting in touch with you because since you are liable for the actions of your employees,
Yeah,
that means that you're going to be the ones receiving the lawsuits for the wrongful death.
yeah. The
Since their family
this is the
probably
FBI. This
living
isn't
where
like
they
some county sheriff or something like that. The FBI ain't nothing to fuck with.
Like, what? Anyway,
are. Although, do they have an answer before I?
no, they say, I will relay the message, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not exactly the deputy director of the FBI calling them. You're agent nobody.
Spells. Fuck off, low-level government man.
So,
However, you say that, so then Agent Hammond says, all right, well, then I'll start lighting the fire.
thank you.
Like, anytime. Government bros. So
Go Team Bureaucrat.
the Horizon Group compound.
Yes.
Bureaucrat.
You drive up on the the barely cleared dirt road that leads up to the compound. David, where are you going to be?
Well, I am setting up surveillance. Let's see where I can figure to set up, shall we?
Okay. Splendid.
47 out of 75.
Yeah,
I can build myself a nice little blind right here.
Right, yeah. Well, go for it.
Yeah, do you have hide or sneak?
I've got sneak at base, and I have hide at base.
All right, well, give me a hide roll.
No.
All right, well, basically, it's like you're not exactly you know how to.
With the spot hidden, he could hide in plain sight. Just park his car somewhere far enough away that he can telephoto them, but like he's not going to be super suspicious.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of just parked. You're parked up on a hill, actually, kind of towards the propane place.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually get a pretty good view that just all right, like coffee, good old fashioned Fed stakeout.
Pretty much.
So and you come up
probably in a nice white van.
Yeah.
So you come up and
free candy misspelled on the side.
Like,
okay.
yeah. What is the compound like? Is it?
It's actually these are pretty new buildings. It's like a kind of a large U-shaped building.
Okay.
So it's 3 stories tall. It's not small.
Oh, so it's like one building. Mm-hmm. Are there any smaller outside buildings?
Yeah, there's several buildings on the outside. It has a chain link fence all around it. No, not barbed wire.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not like that. But it's still a chain. There's a chain link fence, and there's a gate with private property.
Yeah. Is there a guy at the gate, or is it the gate open?
There's a guy. Actually, apparently, there's a guy waiting for you as you pull up.
Huh. Interesting. I will make a spot hidden and see if I see anything unusual. I'll hear driving, I guess. Since you're going to be the talker guy.
Yep.
I make my spot hidden.
Yeah, actually, you see some snowmobiles.
Okay.
No,
Have they been moved recently?
they're clear of snow.
Probable cause.
Probable
Throw
cause.
Waco on their asses. That'll be great for our careers.
Damn it! I was waiting for one of us to pull that, but I didn't think it would happen.
Yeah.
So
It's Reno time!
he's as you pull up, he actually he hand opens the gate
Yeah.
and waves you on in.
This is a young guy, old guy.
Young guy, actually, teenager. Actually, maybe 17 or 18.
Maybe the propane guy sold this out.
No, it's just as we pull up and be like,
Well, they have a pretty wide view of who's coming up the road.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
It's just like, all right, your name, young man.
Oh, hello, Michael, sir. You are.
Michael, I am Agent Harper. This is Agent Fernandez. We're with the FBI.
Oh, I see. Is this about the plane crash? We've already spoken to the other government people.
Yeah, we have some more questions about that because some things have come up with that plane crash that have gotten our attention. So we're going to ask some of the questions that they might have overlooked.
I must add, do you have a warrant to be here?
We do not have a warrant. That's why we're asking.
Well, I'm not. And she was like, it's like, Michael, please. An older man's come up. Says they're just doing their job. He's like, it's all right. He's young. Like many people here distrust the police.
Ambush! Condition 1! Condition 1!
Suppressing fire!
Yeah, actually, big guy, black beard. Yeah, to bundle it pretty tight.
Russian accent?
Yeah, slight Russian accent.
Coldest!
Yeah.
Condition 1!
Solid!
Pistol whip him!
He says, so, gentlemen, can I invite you inside?
Yes.
Excellent, please come in. We don't get many visitors. We like to keep to ourselves.
Yes, it is a good country for that. Good.
Yes. I have no problem with the United States government. Don't get me wrong. They allowed me, they let me come in here and live.
Oh, we haven't been introduced. I'm Agent Rico Fernandez, and your name is?
Nikolai Zavraznov.
Agent Jim Harper.
Yes. Handshakes all around.
And I write it down. Is this how you spell your last name?
Yes, it is. You're probably... and to save you some time, yes, I have quite the record back in Russia.
Oh, really?
I'm sure the Bob's propane man has probably told you already.
No, he wasn't aware of you so much. He's only really dealt with Dennis.
Oh, that boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Denny.
He left us a few weeks ago. Unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like him and his brother.
Oh.
Yes, they were good boys, but I think living here isolated can get to some people.
It is.
Did they just get homesick and leave?
I assume that's what they did. They said it was personal reasons. No one's forced to stay here, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Except for the people who are chained to the walls downstairs.
It's like, who are you? What are you doing?
Tara says what? Co-leader says what? Yeah.
Says, but you said you had some questions for me, so he leads you to his office.
Yes.
And actually, there's pictures of protests that the Horizon Group's done all over the
I'm
walls.
scoping this shit out.
Snap.
Oh, they're like all over the U.S.
Wait, I want to have my camera or my phone in my front pocket then I just turn the video camera on, so I'm just like, I just have my camera. Yeah, I'm totally legitly super subtle with it.
Okay.
What's a giant red light in your pocket? Nothing.
It's a camera. It's a phone camera. It doesn't have a giant red light on it. Jesus.
No, it just says recording.
God damn it, Apple.
Siri not helping.
Stream your life.
Like what is this like tell on the Fed app? Who put this on here?
Wheeler.
Snitch 9000. I didn't think it would snitch on me.
Why did I download
I
this?
didn't buy a Samsung phone.
Oh, topical.
It's funny because I actually
So,
own a Samsung phone.
So are you looking at... Me too.
Huh.
So are you looking at the walls?
Yes.
All right, well, give me a spot hidden.
He hasn't aged a day.
20 out of 60.
Yeah, there's protests all over the U.S. Mainly, they love to target oil companies. They also like Monsanto is another big target of them.
But GMO corn is the most delicious of corn.
I'd like my corn to speak to me.
God, you realize you've just cost us.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Prove me wrong.
I'm not saying that. I
Anyway.
was going to cost somebody.
There's one thing you notice as you're looking at them. Mm-hmm. He's in very few of the pictures.
Well, he's in some of them, though.
He's in some of them, but he's not in the protest of a lot of them.
Okay. I will try and make mental notes of them so I can look up those protests later on to see if they had any crimes or anything.
So you had some questions for me? Offers you a seat.
Yes. Have I, out of character, have I had the info dump about the different companies from Aaron yet?
Yeah,
I would have sent that
We're
immediately.
texting each other always. We're like
We have a
teenage
group me
girls.
set up?
Yes, we have a group me set up. It's very secure.
Fed me.
Are you using emojis?
Yes. Oh my God. Chemical companies. Sad face. Soccer ball, football, elephant. I like emojis.
We have weird Russian cat stare.
Yeah, he's definitely an ugly cat.
Grumpy cat just
Grumpy government cat.
Yeah.
Propane guy, little dog.
I don't know how much of help I can be, but I'll try.
Well, we're just really concerned because it seems like we had some looky-loos that people are now talking about that showed up after the crash.
Yes, you're probably wondering that. Yes, we did come out to see what we could do.
And what did you find?
Yes.
'Cause
Well,
I'm assuming you didn't disclose this to previous government officials.
we were. I'm ashamed to say that not all of our members here are entirely on the up and up all the time. We try to encourage people to be their best, but we went there to see if maybe we could lend a hand, but it quickly became evident that there were no survivors. So we decided to maybe leave before we attracted government attention. I had the unfortunate experience of seeing some of my members trying to loot cargo from the crash site.
Okay. And so what did you do when
I-
witnessing this?
Berated them to within an inch of their life, told them to put it back and close the containers.
Okay.
We'll need to speak to those members, of course.
those members have been expelled from this group.
Can you give me their names?
Fortunately, they fell into the ground.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I can provide you their names.
Let me just be blunt and honest. We're wanting to rule out the possibility that these individuals orchestrated the crash in order to loot it.
Oh,
That's the lead that we're following. So we just want to make sure that this particular lead gets put to the ground and buried so we can move on with our jobs.
Oh, sir, I can assure you, we would never do that. That's not what our group does. And how would we have done it? We've been here for weeks now. We haven't we have a protest planned in a month or so, but
No, where are you protesting next?
oh, we are we're going to Washington. There are some bills that could damage the Environmental Protection Act that we are going to protest.
Seems like a good place for it. Watch out for those criminal groups.
Did any of your group members document the crash site as soon as you? I noticed you had a lot of photos of your protest. Do you have any photographers or anybody who may have taken video?
We did, but I felt it would be in bad taste to have footage of a crash site before the government before the authorities could show up and then post it on YouTube and get hits.
Do you still have that footage?
Oh, you didn't take any.
Oh,
We went to see if we could help.
I see.
We watched
Again.
Nightcrawler and became very guilty.
Again, I would like the names of those individuals that attempted to loot so that way we can get this over and done with. I believe you when you tell me that that was not the intention, that was not what happened, but with enough of the questionable matters of the crash itself, we need to rule out every possible motive. So I'd like to talk with these individuals to make sure that they were just trying to loot by crazy random happenstance and that they did not, in fact, engage in a terrorist plot to cause two planes to crash into each other.
They left just almost a week ago. Shortly afterwards, I can give you their names, but I don't. These people were off the grid even before they came here.
How did they leave? Did they have a car with them?
We gave them a ride into town.
To Minot or to Antler?
To Minot.
Minot.
That's better than nothing.
Also, their quarters. May we look at the rooms they stayed in?
Yes, of course. I mean, their rooms have been cleaned out.
Did you leave? What happened? Did you?
We're getting ready. We're currently at our lowest membership. We're always like that in the winter.
Yeah.
But we're getting
Some
ready.
people just can't stick this weather out, huh?
Well, we discovered this place when we came here to protest the missile silos, and we discovered some very lovely and very cheap land and built this place.
Still, if they left anything behind.
Well, you're welcome to search the rooms, of course.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I will search.
So Totes got their names, though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't have them on hand?
We'll call them Robert Green and Richard Black.
Okay.
So there's just two of them?
Yes, the ones that were directly involved. I think they were trying to talk some of their other friends into it, but the others didn't participate.
All right, I will search your rooms.
All right.
Spot hidden.
I make it.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I find a book!
Damn it.
Read it.
Read it aloud. Cthulhu. He is so kawaii. Why can't Cthulhu Senpai notice me? Continue for 600 pages.
Bye, Aaron! See you later for pancakes!
He'll be back.
Yeah, he always comes back.
And we've just restarted recording. There's a 3-hour break in between that.
Oh my god, so many pancakes.
They're so good. But I can't eat them all again.
Oh my god.
All right.
Anyway, what did you find?
Yeah, what do we find?
Well, apparently your eyes briefly turn into a microscope.
Make a sand check, Ross.
He's waiting.
Yeah, 99.
Lose 15 embarrassment points.
Nice.
He's been waiting for that moment all night.
Yeah, actually, you something just catches your eye out of a air vent grate, and it's just a brief flash of color that doesn't belong.
Okay. Poke at the air vent grate.
It's still it's attached. There's something down below.
Okay. Can I pliers it up, or do I have to take the air grate up?
I get a coin out and I unscrew the thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Or yeah, we should have multi-tools probably, so.
Yeah.
I was just saying, do I need to...
No, coin works better. We already called this.
This is why I like preparedness. I spend a point. I have a screwdriver. Or a multi-tool.
Yeah, you actually you discover there's a piece of paper down there
Okay.
with powder on it.
White powder?
No, more dark.
Okay. Gloves? Forensics kit?
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
You know, except
They're
you're
blue.
deathly allergic to latex.
Make a sand check.
That's why we have vinyl gloves.
Alright. Failed that one too.
You can't wait to start making those, can you?
I cannot. Alright. That's interesting. So what's on the paper?
You don't know. You're
Dark powder.
None of you are.
Okay.
And they allowed us access, and they said that we were free to investigate these rooms. So this is entirely admissible.
Yeah, exactly. I will fish it out, put it in a secure thing, and get the sample the powder too. So, can I reach in and just grab it with gloves? Mm-hmm. All right, I do that.
Okay.
So what's on the paper?
Well, there's the powder. There's also. It looks like he tore a page out of something.
Okay.
Like a book.
Yeah, and it's actually it's like a journal page.
Okay.
What does it say?
Is it like 6x9 like this? Or
Yeah, it's
like
that size.
Okay.
It's it's actually it's a little weird. It's like kind of a little rambling. You know, simply saying like it just says like the stuff actually works. I can't believe the things I've seen. Like he was so right. You know, he's like I can't wait to see this through.
Okay. Interesting. So we need to get this shit back to the lab as possible, and we should get out of here before they realize that we found this and probably try to kill us.
Sounds fair.
Because
as he
North Dakota peyote lab.
So like Nikolai's like before you leave,
Yeah,
here's a brochure about what we do.
I take it.
You are cursed.
You are cursed to care about the environment forever.
No, I'm an American. That's a fate worse than death. Welcome to the Sea Shepherds.
I'll just eat a bullet.
All right.
All I want to do is read a book out loud to the man with 25 sanity.
After we leave, does David see anything unusual?
That is a good
Give
question.
me a spot hidden roll.
Is it unusual to see what the cultists do?
30 out of 75.
Actually, you do notice someone looking at you through binoculars as well.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting. So what does he think about my van that's marked with the sign "Flowers by Irene" on the side?
He's probably well, it's hard to tell. It's hard to read expression through binoculars.
Wait a minute. Flowers by Irene is closed.
The camera and the binoculars look at each other, go down, look at each other, and suddenly you see each other mouthing, Jimmy Stewart. George Hamilton.
But yeah, that's
Oh man, new idea for a Pixar movie. And like Cars, but it said it's about binoculars, and so it's like binoculars of an FBI agent and a criminal, and then the binoculars fall in love with each other and then try to prolong the investigation so they can keep gazing at each other.
Are you certain that this is a DreamWorks picture?
Oh yeah, no. It's DreamWorks, and all the characters make really annoyed, smug looks on their face.
And are voiced by every...
You know, Ross,
Adam Sandler.
I think you need more sugar.
Yeah, I need
you're running down, Ross.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry guys, I'm sorry.
Jesus, Ross, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So there's somebody watching me watching them.
That's...
I'm going to watch him watch me watch them.
Well, then you
said
said
do anything suspicious while you know that they're.
Yeah. That's pretty much what Tom's telling me.
Jesus, David, why didn't you have the right skills?
God.
Jesus. Fuck. Ass.
Wait, do any of us sneak?
No?
I'm the one who's gonna go crazy. I'll sneak up on your ass.
I will laugh if you are somehow the one who does not end up going insane.
Ross would be very sad.
I wouldn't be sad. I'll roll with it. I will accept what fate the dice give me.
Or will you?
I will.
He's eating chips at the table!
That's not a sugar food!
I know, right?
That's a crunchy food.
It's fine.
Well, I'm drinking a reduced calorie Coke.
Anyway, as they're then driving back,
Yeah.
Agent Hammond, your supervisor, gets a call.
Oh dear.
Apparently, he called someone who then called someone higher up who went a little higher up as well.
What are we up here?
I lost my Band-Aid.
Oh.
And, yeah, apparently they say, it's like, Mr. Greenfield is currently out of the office, but we expect him back in the morning.
So,
And he's agreed to meet you.
all right, I owe you a Coke.
Government bros!
You have any social skills? No? Yeah. We should send Dan.
I arranged the meeting.
You can be there too, but just don't say anything.
Out loud.
Although,
You can totally fed me all your commentary if you want.
Text it to him.
although, have we been able to get the the employees' names for the flight,
Yes, actually.
or those who are loading, and who has not shown up for work?
Well, yes, they say of they did the checking and sorry, like Mr. There's an Andrew Carson who works at the airport as a baggage handler. He has not reported into work since that night.
Have the Seattle FBI or PD go and, kick down his apartment door. And then investigate it.
Well,
Kick down the door.
Well, something I want to do first.
Maybe get the landlord to open it.
Well, before we do anything else,
What's more
computer
dramatic?
use. I want to see his online profile, social, any videos that he's made.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, 58 made it.
There's a video of him on selfie stick like, I'm about to hijack a plane.
No, there's actually a YouTube video of him and one of his friends singing Cthulhu for Target.
Wait, this was the asshole who actually took the two Heinekens, said "screw you," and blew out the safety slide. So
No, there is something though. He actually look him up. He does have a YouTube channel. Who here has seen Breaking Bad?
The TV show?
Yeah.
Yes.
but we're aware of it. So
You remember the karaoke video the nerdy chemist had put up?
Vaguely. That sounds
It's a lot of stuff like that. He likes to sing karaoke with kind of weird, video collections he's put behind him on a green screen.
okay. Oh, wait, you have a voice print of him now.
that's what I was going to match. Try to match. So
Roll computer use. This will be a computer use.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Keep rolling until you make it.
made it 40.
All right.
And it takes you a few minutes. Just as their car is arriving back, your computer fails like basically odds
Fail.
odds of voice belonging to the same person 99.1%.
Cthulhu for Target.
So
What a wonderful
All right.
sound.
Wait, we've got enough of body chunks, right? You could DNA sample that for the slam dunk.
No, there's
we'll put that in the blender, see if he comes out.
What do you mean? You said there's gristle all over the place. Just keep picking slabs up. Is this him? Is this him?
The weirdest Brazilian barbecue we've ever been to.
Whoa! One more look.
They only had one skewer of pork.
Oh yeah, like dude, what's this? Long pig?
Well, you got to figure whatever animals were unfortunate enough to be underneath the planes. We're picking that up too. So it's like crow, cow, coyote, coy wolf. which are a thing. They're a hybrid of coyotes and wolves, and those exist now. Although they're more in urban areas. They're kind of they're a bourbon species. Anyways.
I kind of want to raise
I'm
a team.
surprised that you did not mention moose.
Like you and the Chris Pratt Velociraptors.
The moose, like the plane would break before the moose does. Like it's not gonna like break into gristle pieces. Like there will be enough of the antler or hooves or moose. I'm saying the mooseness will be identifiable.
I like that as a new adjective. His mooseness was prevalent.
Alternatively, moososity.
Moososity.
Mussolini. No.
Moose Cacholi?
Musolium.
Mucilex.
So you get back, and you get back just as you now confirmed that voice was the same.
Got our guy.
Everything we need to know about him and anything that could be blackmailable, and go.
Put out APBs for Robert Green and Green, whatever the other guys. Black. Yeah, Robert Black and Brian Green.
That's the other guy, but yeah, I'll pull up all, pretty much see if we can seize all his online.
And while we're at it, let's see if we can find some of the other colors.
And actually
Jack
see if we can talk to the other two people who were on
they're
duty
actually
with him.
called. I mean,
Rosa Blanca.
Yeah.
Anybody who would identify any kind of odd behavior out of him.
Okay, well, so they're
Actually, David, you'll be in charge of that because you have to call people. So,
What's that?
well, actually, Agent Hammond's preparing.
You don't want me calling people. I am not a social
He wants
animal.
You're a psychologist.
He wants a team in Seattle, and he wants a team to go talk to Mr. Greenfield, the owner of the Greenfield Chemical.
Well, we'll talk to Greenfield since. Or does he not want us to go? He's going to.
Why can't we just call this Seattle FBI to have him look at it? I mean, or whatever.
have somebody from their home office take care
it'll
of it.
take us a day to get there, probably. Well, not a whole day.
You have a government Learjet standing by.
Okay, well, fuck it. Yeah, let's go to Seattle. What? Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, my character wants to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, let's go to Seattle right now. Come on, we can workshop your novel on the way over.
All right.
It's just
Okay, so I guess Dan and I are going
good
to
writer.
Greenfield.
Otherwise, it's just there's periods.
Well, actually, Agent Hammond says he's going to go to talk to Greenfield with some other heavies from the FBI. Because the guy does.
You no take sandwich.
The Greenfield Chemical is Greenfield Chemical is a Fortune 500 company, so
Shit.
who does make political contributions.
And stuff that we're not supposed to know about.
To mostly Republicans.
Duh.
No, actually, they're pretty well. Usually, most Fortune 500 companies probably donate to both because depending on their industry.
Of course, he's a chemical.
Yeah.
He's a petrochemical oil and.
That doesn't preclude Democrats from receiving funding.
No, just a smaller amount.
No, if anything, they would fund the Democrats more to get more leverage on them once they got into office.
Exactly.
You behave now.
The Democrats are more likely to vote against them, so of course they need it. They're the ones that are actually going to give a shit about the environment.
Unless
you pay them off,
but Agent Hammond wants you to be there when they raid. When they go to Andrew Carson's house.
I want to get some Starbucks. Yeah, let's go.
So
this is the one place.
Like a Starbucks will appear in our Learjet as we get close to Seattle.
Well, Antler
a barista just comes out from a compartment.
And actually, and to expedite things, Hammond arranges for a helicopter to pick you up from here to take you back to Minot.
Jesus, nice.
God, it's good to be awesome.
It's nice. It's
good to
where
be
your
upset.
boss is supportive. I don't know. I should make a hand check.
I think we really should. I mean,
Wait, that's like funding?
Yeah.
What the hell is
A
this?
boss who gives a shit about us, who helps us, like
And rewards
this
results?
is.
And then
scary.
basically you take a helicopter back to Minot, and then a Learjet to SeaTac.
Yeah,
The whole thing takes about 4 hours.
yeah.
But soon you are landing, and a couple of government vehicles meet you, and they say, there's an agent from the West Coast office, basically saying we've held the Seattle police back as much as we can.
Wow.
But they want to go in.
Okay.
If it's one of their
Now,
own.
What do you mean, one of their own? Like, it's not.
Someone from Seattle that caused a plane crash that killed people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I'm sorry,
federal
but
law.
this particular crime crossed straight lines. That means it's ours.
Yeah. Jesus.
No.
You had a week to figure out this guy was missing, man.
Yeah, it was like, if you had us to go, hey, who has turned up missing in your goddamn metropolis,
Yeah.
for you to realize
So-
that something was up.
So anyway, you pretty much go straight from the airport right to the
Yeah.
right to the house.
We stop at a Starbucks.
There's Starbucks in the vehicle waiting.
All right.
Naturally.
Yes.
There's going to be a Starbucks in the apartment that
Can
we're
we go
not
to
going
the
inside.
original Starbucks?
You don't want to do that. First of all, the very original one's no longer there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's going to Pike's Place, and you're not going there.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, Tom, have you been to Seattle before?
I have. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right. Is it better than North Dakota?
Yes.
Telling you, let's just name the whole fucking thing.
And you
make it
realize
New
we've now
Dakota.
lost our one North Dakota fan.
No, he's probably going, yeah, it's true. Jesus.
It's like, I'd rather be in Seattle.
There's stuff there.
It's like Matthew McConaughey's character in True Detective, just staring out the window, smoking, talking about existential nihilism. It's like, I used to be a happy, fun guy, then I moved to North Dakota.
That makes you do this.
Yeah, basically.
The moment he stepped back into Seattle, oh, hey, I don't need that anymore.
State motto's time is a flat circle. So is our state. It's not even a circle, it's a square. It's
Actually, that's
all that in
Montana.
Latin. Montana
Anyway.
is get away from me or I'll kill you.
Isn't that Australia's motto?
No, get away or everything will kill you.
That's Australia.
Everything is
Anyway.
venomous or poisonous.
Okay,
Or both.
so you're there. So
then
you're
there's the
now,
spiders.
David. All right, let's get back.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Sugar.
I just had more Pepsi. Now I got more caffeine.
God damn it, Ross.
You advised this.
There's still like a box and a half of sweet tarts on the table, too.
Oh, God.
Doesn't mean you have to go right for him. God.
Won't you just slap that vein a few more times? eh?
Anyways, open the
Wow.
door up.
Well, yeah, there's as a Seattle police, they're gearing up to kind of go. They're about to prepare a no-knock entrance.
The guy's already dead.
Well, he might. Well, have the neighbors said anything? Have they heard anything in the last week?
No.
Also, did he have any relationships, girlfriend, wife?
Guys, there's bits of him all over a field in North Dakota. I don't think all this gear is necessary.
Well, they're thinking if this guy was a terrorist, he might have some surprises here.
Oh,
Yeah, no, let the red shirt, SWAT team go first to trip any
And-
booby traps.
But then, dude, they're about to go into they're doing a dynamic entry.
They got to justify their DHS grants too. I mean,
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to be a part of a dynamic no-knock entry?
these guys are amateurs. Yeah,
But they're putting on cool gear that you used to, and
yeah.
that's body armor. Are those MP5s?
Damn it!
I'm just assuming that's what your character's thinking.
He's thinking that, but you know.
but you've grown past it.
I have to work. I have to look more professional.
Okay, well,
I can't be slumming it with local SWAT teams.
I'm going to say how annoyed are these guys, because how many swatting incidents have they been involved in the last
Dude,
month?
SWAT teams love this shit.
No, swatting.
Swatting.
That's what.
Oh,
I
that. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. For listeners, though, that's when you call the SWAT team on somebody you don't like, especially if they're streaming a game on the internet. And this has happened many times.
Please don't do
And-
this to us.
And someone finally got arrested and arrested
Jesus,
for it.
Darren, that was never even on the table. We don't live stream Counter-Strike games.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
People still play
This is my
Counter-Strike?
plea.
God.
Just like some people still play EverQuest.
Whoa.
There's like pro players who make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it.
That's ridiculous.
On EverQuest?
No.
All right, I'm making a sand check now for that. Fuck, I made it. All right, I guess I'm okay with this. So yeah, they burst in.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that the whole house is cleared in less than a minute. And so then once the house is
And-
clear, they
Well, let me guess. No booby traps?
no booby traps.
No one's screaming.
Good. Now get the fuck out of our forensic evidence.
All right, I make a spot hidden.
Everyone makes spot hidden. Let's go.
Put your goddamn boots on my goddamn
Yes.
crime scene.
No, I was with you.
Okay, we're all going.
No, I'm still too pissed at
Yeah,
the
Greenfield is just going to be handled by the bigwigs. So.
Okay.
14 out of 75 on the spot hidden.
I got 29 out of 60.
95. I'm still pissed.
35 out of 60.
All you can see is the Starbucks cup.
All right.
Even then, I'm
You're
like,
angry
this isn't
at it.
really Starbucks.
Keep yelling at him some more. There's a couple more boot prints over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, obviously, the things notice one, place is perfectly clean, and so obviously there hasn't been anyone here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You think that, but then you actually opening the fridge, checking the trash. There are actually some kind of recently opened food containers in the trash can.
Like within the last week?
Within the last week.
DNA! Good.
And there was
DNA that shit.
Yeah.
And there is also a you can tell that
Toast.
you're pretty sure that someone has slept on the couch within less than a week.
How about the bed?
Hair samples?
Yeah, you notice that. Yes, there's some hairs on one of the pillows.
Tweezers.
And you also know that Andrew Carson had black hair. This is a brown hair.
Could possibly be girlfriend or roommate, so.
Friend that slept on the couch from the last week?
Well, yeah, that's true.
And Aaron, you find something in the bedroom.
Does he have to make a sand check?
No, he doesn't.
Does he have to make a, oh my
I would
god, that's
immediately
disgusting
rush in
shit?
and stick my face in whatever is causing the sand check.
It's a
Pile of used dildo.
no. You actually find a bullet.
Horrifying pile causing a sand check. Are you real? You know, I read on the internet once that anything can be a dildo if you're brave enough.
It's all about aerodynamics.
So if it's
I think we just broke Aaron.
someone's making a sand check, it doesn't even qualify as a dildo anymore. I mean, outside of that one thing I just said, I think a dildo by its very nature cannot make a sand check, cannot avoid, because then it really isn't appropriate for that function. If it's that horrifying.
Do we need to take a break here?
Are you there?
Derail.
It's sugar and caffeine game. We should have a disclaimer.
You bring in the bag with the Mountain Dew?
I didn't bring that in.
I know.
Okay, yeah, let's say that we've
fair.
had.
Okay,
two-
I'm sorry. That Ross line that needs to go on the T-shirt
Yeah.
list.
Things to not rub your face in.
a pile of dildos.
Unless it's your birthday.
Yeah, I want to know why they're causing a sand check.
Hey Aaron, wait.
How
Your birthday's coming up, right? I know just what to get you.
How are they causing a sand check? And does it even qualify?
It's the shape in which the dildos were piled.
Wow. I can't even
It's very non-Euclidean dildo-y.
I guess.
The dildos are arranged to look like Nyarlathotep.
Non-Euclidean dildo was the name of my high school ska band.
Or just not.
You have to realize if it's made up of dildos, it's Nyarlathotep.
No, it's just not hooked up sitting there with
Yeah,
a
you're
dildo.
just making it worse. And I know there's some irony in me saying that.
Anyways,
That's not irony.
Okay.
That's just
So Aaron finds something in the bedroom
Okay, well-
worth notice.
yeah, you find a bullet casing.
what is the? Can we identify the gun?
Well, it's a 45.
Okay.
45 pistol. So fired. No.
Handgun. Can we make a handguns roll for that too? I know that's for firing. Usually,
Probably
but-
says 45 on the casing.
Yeah, it's
Well, when you say casing, is it a spent casing or is it one of
Spent
these?
casing.
This guy finds his own.
It's a spin casing.
Okay.
Are there any bullet holes? Look for bullet holes in that room. Did somebody shoot a misfire gun in that room?
I cannot tell.
And by the way, on my initial
Oh,
spot,
well, you do discover one thing.
I make it.
Okay. Yeah, Ross, you discover there's no bullet holes, but man, these sheets are clean.
Bleached?
Like bleached and freshly, they're freshly cleaned. Not like today, but
We have that. What do you call that?
luminol.
Luminol, yeah. Spray some on there. Is got blood on it?
yes, indeed.
Like on a scale of 1 to butcher floor, where are we?
It's
Wrap
pretty.
the body in?
It's pillow. It's covered in it.
Oh, I know what happened. Fucking, our baggage handler got popped off and someone took his place. Wait, no, he made a YouTube channel. So he is the guy in the plane. So what the fuck happened here?
Sounds like we're talking to neighbors.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm also looking through his computer, so...
Does he have a computer here?
What did I get on the initial spot hit?
Well, he's doing
with
YouTube
the
videos, so...
14?
Yeah, but if he had a laptop and somebody was here in the last week, they could have taken
Yeah,
that
that's
time.
true.
You discovered that someone else has been staying here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone got popped here. Is there? Are there bullet holes in the pillows or anything? Just the blood.
Actually, that's another thing. The pillows are new.
The pillows are new. Fuck.
what about the mattress?
Oh, check the dumpster. Check the dumpster.
It's
See,
been over a week.
we don't know when this happened,
Not true.
and we don't know when trash pickup is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like the trash wasn't taken to the curb.
Well, like this is an apartment building, right? There's a community.
No, it's a house.
It's a house. Mm-hmm. Check it anyways.
All right. You want to check it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no. Highest luck person should check it. What are you two, David?
70.
70.
40.
I'll go.
All right.
I'm pissed. I'm just getting out of goddamn boots, walking on my goddamn crime scene. Go look at the goddamn garbage. Goddams.
Frank Miller?
You'll make a good character in David's novel.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you open it up. It's a couple bags.
What?
Gloves.
Are they body size?
Knife. Cut. Peek.
Sand check.
Sand check.
Can you yell like in 7? You guys, you're gonna want to take a look at this.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right. You still lose 1. You see a very dead, partly rotted head looking back up at you with a hole right in his forehead.
Oh, neat.
Is it our karaoke guy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him.
But he was on the plane.
We had his voice. Although it could have been altered.
Out of
But-
character, someone could have assumed his shape. But
Right. So you've at that point you call in a forensics team to start looking at what you got.
Yep, and you guys stay as far away from this as possible.
why?
Nothing? Hair looks nice.
No, once you're told what's there, you can look at it without a sand check.
Okay, I look at it.
Yeah, it's a dead guy.
Okay.
Though something interesting happens, like they start slowly removing, like, oh, here's an arm. Let's go. Okay, carefully get the head out. When the torso comes out, there's an extra surprise.
Parts of it are missing.
One part's missing.
Heart?
The heart was taken out.
Oh, neat.
The fucking pouch. Sorry.
Aaron made an out of character.
Sorry.
Oh, god damn it! Fuck.
Okay, I'm
Should never have taken that double gold, you motherfucker!
I disavow the knowledge of my previous player character. I cannot be held responsible for what I actually do in games.
Okay. So, while they're arguing about double gold and all of that,
We apparently reincarnate briefly.
I'm going to spray the bathroom with luminol, specifically the tub, because once I know that the body is in pieces, it had to be cut up somewhere.
Well, yeah, totally found where they did it.
It was here in the bathtub. Go figure.
Okay.
They should have just parceled it out in a bunch of individually wrapped packages that when you looked at it from above, it would make a smiley face.
Remember, smiley face.
Yeah, presentation is everything. It's like that's what separates cooks from gourmet chefs. Is presentation,
Oh, yeah.
But there's too many cooks.
Yeah.
This is, let's say, the weirdest episode of Martha Stewart Live.
Good times. So now we have an inherent contradiction in our case, in that our hijacker is both dead before he hijacks the plane, and
Did he have a
hijacked
twin?
Yeah, no, but even if he had a twin, the voice wouldn't be the same.
Well, 91%.
No, it's 99.1%.
99.
So the twin can be the one who's currently deadified.
But we can check that
Well,
easily.
you look up his background. It's no, he was an only child.
Yeah.
No brothers, sisters, or anything. So.
No.
Was he cloned at any point in time?
Yes, that's in his record.
He's not a sheep, David.
Secret illegal cloning. Totes.
It's like, who got a job as a baggage handler?
Yeah.
It's like, we needed baggage handlers. We didn't have time to hire anyone. Clone them!
Let them mature for 23 years.
That's an odd place for a labor crisis. Baggage handlers? They have all the jobs in the world. Like, I would not think that would be the one that they would have a labor crisis.
So make a sand check.
It was actually a test program that they eventually implemented within the TSA.
Not mining, not logging, not some other incredibly dangerous, hard work.
Ice trucking?
Yeah, ice trucking.
Well,
yeah.
before they do those, they want to test it out on something that, maybe.
Yeah, baggage hand. Okay, yeah.
We're working out
all
the
the
kinks.
jobs world. All right. Anyway.
This is the beta program.
Apparently. Okay. Does he have his laptop here?
Actually, he has a desktop.
Desktop? Is it, and it's here?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see who he's been talking to.
Oh my god, maybe it has a webcam that was on all the time because he forgot to turn it off.
Or because he had one
Does
of
he
our...
have a Twitch account? Was he live streaming the minutia of his
No,
life?
maybe his.
Yes.
Does he have a Samsung TV?
No, he's a baggage handler.
Damn it!
Well, if he's got a laptop, there's a chance that one of our own FBI programs might be on here
No,
and
you just
turning
said
on
he
his
has a
webcam.
desktop.
He has a desktop.
Well, even if he's got a desktop, there is a chance that one of our FBI programs might be turning on the webcam.
Those aren't a thing.
They're totally a thing.
Stop talking about it in front of the fucking normal cops.
No, actually, you searced the computer, Aaron. Did you make your roll?
Yes, I did. For George.
It also did.
Well, you have to break the password. Oh no. Like, oh no, it's a password. What will I do?
Windows 8 encryption. I am completely out of here. And I'm in.
Help. You need some help? I can dual hack with you. I get one half the keyboard, I get the other half. Type on it at the same time.
It really doesn't work.
And you
that
type
way.
the rhythm up of chopsticks on the piano.
I know, right?
And I'll play the appropriate music in the background.
No, you have to do it to safety dance, or else it doesn't work.
So you be the perky goth, I'll be the straight-laced guy.
Why do I have to be the perky goth?
I don't know.
You've got the
Because I called it first.
Because he's Hispanic, that's why.
Yeah, that's my character background.
What the fuck does that have to do with
Because you can't be Hispanic and the perky goth at the same time. That's not how stereotypes work, Aaron.
It's not how TV characterization works either. You get one trait, that's it.
One trait that's easy to act.
And if you're not white, that's your background. That's
You can get a complimentary one provided it goes
So
along
wait,
with it.
you said
Angry Hispanic works, perky goth Hispanic doesn't, because that's two traits,
Exactly.
and they're non-complementary towards Hispanic.
exact.
So wait, just to make sure this is clear. As long as we stick to this easily digestible formula for those 56 and over, we'll be on CBS for life.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Longer than that.
Sorry, Tom. This is going to be a two-parter, isn't it?
We're awful people, and I apologize, Tom.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking people.
I apologize for
know. I don't even know anymore.
Okay. House rule. No more dual boxes of sweethearts at the table.
Don't forget, we also had 2 bags of Twizzlers.
And the
gummy octopus.
and the gummy octopi.
Octopuses actually is the correct plural term according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. People. Because it's a Greek origin as opposed to Latin.
Well, I stand corrected. We had a box, or 2 boxes of sweet tarts, 2 bags of Twizzlers, and 1 bag of gummy octopuses.
Now, octopus, gee, David. Anyway,
He's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, he is. So he hacks the computer.
Okay, what do I find?
You get. There's actually some video chat recordings.
Okay, whom is he talking to?
Google Plus.
Is it?
Or
Or
they...
is it Skype?
It's like webcam Skype recordings.
Okay.
And you play them, and you see someone looking at the computer that's very clearly not Andrew Carson. Mm-hmm. And he's talking to a woman about in her 30s. And he's discussing the Horizon Group. She's asking, okay, so when did you join? I joined about 2 years ago. Because I saw them at a protest in Boston. and they seemed more willing to take action than other groups. And if it says you get the name. My name is Frank Martin.
That's not one of the names that we've been given yet.
The woman's name is Frank Martin?
No, the guy who's talking.
Oh.
But you know that Dennis, the guy that he mentioned, is Dennis Martin.
Yeah. Same last name.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so I thought... So who is...
Frank Martin and his brother. Or Dennis Martin and his brother. Because remember they were...
And he found out, he joined with his brother.
Yeah.
And they left about a week ago.
No, they left 3 weeks ago. And then those other 2 guys left a week ago. Is what he said. Nikolai said, who may or may not be telling the truth. Wait, so... Okay, so the woman's saying he saw Frank Martin, and that's why she joined.
Yeah, it's Frank Martin is the one talking on the...
Frank Martin.
Yeah, Frank Martin.
So who's the woman?
The woman is...
Are they... So they're both talking to him?
No, it's a two-way recording.
Yeah, between...
It's Frank Martin on this computer talking via Skype to a woman on another computer somewhere else.
So our baggage handler, our victim, isn't even here in the conversation?
No.
Okay.
No,
That's what I assumed he was part of the conversation.
No.
Okay.
And essentially it's just an interview about, they tell me about you joining the Horizon group. You can tell she's kind of pressing with questions like, so do you think that Nikolai Zavraznov is a terrorist? And is he planning something? Is that why he left? And he's like, and because give me a psychology roll. Someone who
I've got it.
Can I use...
I don't know.
Damn it.
I do, though.
Oh, yeah, you also have a little of it, too, don't you?
Yep, 32 out of 45.
It's a firearms check.
Good. That's how
Shoot the truth out of him. Here's my truth gun.
If that's an option.
well,
Wait.
My
Till Friday.
Githian truth gun.
so, yeah, you're watching him.
I know what I'm going to make
Okay.
next for the next death ray.
Okay, so when she asks him about Zavraznov, he gets really, nervous and says, I don't... I thought maybe it was just bombings. I mean, he would disappear often when we went to protest, but nothing happened in this. Nothing happened in the cities. No bombings. There were no break-ins. I don't know what he did some of those times, but I've heard some of the things he did in Russia. I mean, that gas pipeline. He's proud of it, and my God. But what he's planning now. I can't explain it to you. Look, I'm going to send you something. And he said, okay. And the woman's like, oh, okay. I'll receive it. Like, no, not over a line. I'll mail it to you. Like, watch that and get back to me.
The backgrounds. Is Frank Martin recording in this house?
Yes.
Okay.
So Frank
look on
Martin
the...
lived with the baggage handlers.
So, if
What color hair was Mr. Martin's?
Brown.
Okay.
Actually, at this point, he says, so what's on this thing? Like, you'll just have to watch it. Look, I'm hoping that I have time. I've had to take some steps in case I'm too late. But this is going to happen soon. So if you get this, and if we can expose it, that'll be ideal.
Okay. So we need that woman. We need to find out who she is.
Reporter from Minneapolis.
That's what she said to someone. We don't know if that's true or not.
It probably is true because she's asking the same questions. Or, now that we have a photo of her, if she's internal or even fucking KGB,
Well, she could
be able to figure something
She could be a
out.
private detective. She could be a greedy family member. She could be anybody. But we can easily find out if she's a reporter or not.
So, can I look up any files, any specific video files that have been added or modified within the last week?
Wait, is that the only conversation that's been recorded?
No, there's a couple more. Actually, there's one more.
Look through that.
What's on that one?
This one is dated the day before the crash,
Okay.
and she's you can tell the woman now is this, and then you can see Frank's on the screen I assume you watched it. I don't know what to make of it, but yeah, I did.
Who sent what? Okay, so
Frank
the
sent
woman,
something to her.
Okay, and now she's devastated by what she saw.
Yeah, she's looking just. totally distraught.
Okay.
What was that? Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from. Obviously, it was Russian, whatever it was, but it's like he's bringing it into the country somehow, and I think I know how. But if look, I heard some things. I may have to act, but you need to like. He says, "Is that enough?" Well, yeah. I mean, I think it would be enough to just do something. But if there's any more, he says, "Okay." There's someone else you can talk to. He's a guy. He's the one that first mentioned this to me and made me. He's the one that told me to go look for certain tapes in Nikolai's office. He seems to know a lot. He calls himself Hans. He seems to know a lot about what's going on. I can give you his contact information. Here, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And you can hear typing and.
Well, Skype should still record. There still should be chat recordings of those recorded, so we can pull that.
He's not typing on Skype. He's typing on the computer.
He's uploading it to her through some other means.
Okay, so
he could be FTPing it to her.
Yeah. So.
Haven't we already heard the name Hans from somewhere else?
No.
More than likely, whatever this was something that was on the plane that Martin was trying to stop. Martin engineered the crash.
But you know what the real means is we now have probable cause for a SWAT takedown of that compound. Like, we should do that now.
Yes.
We should call it and surround that place.
Senior officer or senior aide.
But anyways, what's the rest of the thing?
And everybody says, look, he'll confirm everything I said. At that point, someone else comes in and says, and here it's another guy, also brown hair. You pretty tell they
on Frank's end or her end?
On Frank's end. He says, I just got he's holding his phone. I just got word from Hans. It says it's arriving. It's arriving tomorrow night. He's like, oh shit, it's too soon. Look, I have to go.
That's how it is. Okay, so we have multiple leads. One, something from Russia that was then put on that plane in Seattle. That's the object, whatever it was, so we can try and figure out something about it, at least maybe how big it is, because even if they didn't know what was in it, they would know how big the package would be. Right. And two, definitely call in the SWAT team and just raid that place. We have probable cause for a warrant.
Yep.
Especially because, we know it was on the plane.
Yeah.
We know that by Nikolai's own admission, members of his group picked the locks and attempted to loot some of the storage containers.
Yeah.
Which is a nice way to cover up the fact that he was taking something out of one of the containers.
Yeah, I also said a while ago, as soon after the meeting, to put an APB out on those two people. So I'm guessing he was lying, or they were good at hiding, so we haven't found anything. But that APB did go out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have them? Do we know who they actually are? Just those names. Do we
just those names? Yeah, they may not even be real names.
Did he? I would have had him point them out in a photo, though, because you said there were photos. Were they in at least one photo?
Yes.
So take a photo of that photo and use those as the basis of the APB.
Okay.
Actually, that would be Ebola. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, be on the lookout. Well, whatever. Yeah, that thing. Make everyone in the country aware we want to find those people. Who are these?
What? These people that are hidden, we want to make unhidden.
Yes. Well, also, I mean, we could have sent additional people into Minot to ask around for that. Because we don't have enough time to pursue every lead. But yeah.
But we are the fucking FBI.
Yeah, let's bring the hammer of the anti-terrorism task force on.
Are you aware of...
Can they be led by John Goodman? Tell me that they're led by John Goodman.
I hope so. John Goodman from Red State would be awesome.
Yes.
I'm thinking Omar Epps. Are you aware of Special Executive Order 768-04?
It's a powerful tool in law enforcement. This means if it's a matter of national security, we can shove a search team in a Doberman Pinscher up your ass.
Yes, we should go there because these videotape recordings are. Any judge's going to sign off on this.
Yep.
And so
Potentially crash the plague. Go!
yeah. We can't figure out the exact circumstances. There are some holes in the timeline, but we will iron those out later.
All right.
I'm sure that something on that compound will make this make sense, or drive us insane.
Well, anyways, the fact that this guy, on the video recordings, they said that he took credit for blowing up gas pipelines. We don't like Russia, but we'll gladly hey, this guy's a Russian terrorist. Let's just throw him and get him on principle. You know.
Hey, he's white. It's like there's white people in Guantanamo.
Yeah, now where it's a multicultural prison. Yeah.
You know what? We ought to just do this on general principle.
Gitmo is still a thing.
It'd be pretty easy to run him on terrorist charges, anyways.
I think we got enough.
No.
Let's stop talking about all the ways that a warrant is awesome, and let's just get this done.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, give me a computer use.
Okay.
This, checking up on Minneapolis newspapers.
Oh yeah, for the reporter.
Yes, 43.
Yeah, and it's actually there is a reporter that you're able to track down. One Amanda Wheeler.
Okay.
She is a journalist for the Star Tribune in Minneapolis.
Okay.
That name sounds familiar.
No,
It
I've
does.
never mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Okay. The concept of the reporter from Minneapolis sounds familiar.
Yes.
I think somebody mentioned her.
No, Bob, the propane salesman, did. We know about her, and I was incredulous that she actually was a reporter, but apparently she is. We should call Minneapolis FBI and tell her to take her into protective custody
Since she may very well be in danger.
if they can find her. So
Okay.
that her life may be in danger.
All right.
Because she looked really scared, and now this guy's dead in a dumpster. What the fuck's going on?
Well,
Tell us everything again.
As far as we know, that was that guy is dead in the dumpster, and somebody else was crashing on his.
Yeah.
But anyway, Agent
Protective custody, I think, would be merit.
Agent Agent Hammond. Pretty much, he calls you ahead and said he's arranging for an operations team to raid the compound.
Okay. We will get back as soon as possible, but yeah,
How'd the meeting with Greenfield go?
Yes. He of course, he told us it was probably an oversight, and he's looking into it right now. But I have a hunch. Sorry, Willis, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I'm not I can't tell you to do this on the record, but I'd like you to have a look at some of his private finances, if you would.
So,
Hold on, sir. Let's create an era of plausible deniability for you. You just really, really wish that there was some way that we could legally look at this man's personal finances.
And if it got leaked on the internet, we'd have to investigate the hacking.
Exactly. Is that what you're telling us, sir?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh.
But if we were supposing, that would be a wonderful supposition, wouldn't
No witnesses.
or that's like
Everyone put on a clown mask. There's 4 of us. It makes sense.
get to the soapbox, Jeremy.
Guys, we should sneak this. Tons of gold in this deal.
If you want, sir, I can. That's like leak a couple of. That's a couple of access codes.
I don't hear what you're doing. You're breaking up.
Stop it.
Oh, that's okay, sir. That was my boner. Or that activated this.
Jesus Christ.
We're professionals.
That's one of the pager answers from Dragon and
Ask Dragon. Ask your doctor if Dragon's right for you.
Anyway, give me a computer use roll.
God, don't screw this up.
Yeah, don't screw this up.
Yeah.
Well,
We have
specifically,
like an hour and a half of derailed conversation to make up for.
51 made it.
Yeah, on the flight back to Minot, you have a government plane, so you have Wi-Fi on the plane.
nice.
That doesn't somehow miraculously crash the plane from
All right, you do succeed. Now I need you to give me an accounting roll.
Oh, he was accounting.
You're also, I say you did some forensic accounting work too.
Okay, unfortunately, I have no idea.
Credit rating? Can we use credit rating to know what finances mean?
We have investigation skills.
Yeah, let us just kind of look over his shoulder. We're not double
Well, it's
backing.
60, so if they can do something at
I made a
that
law check. Would that work?
can they do it to boost my...
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can, if you guys,
We will keep throwing dice until
Okay.
you give us plot. Tom.
credit rating and or law. Credit
I
rating.
made
or
a law.
So 70.
I did not make either.
Well, let's see. I made the credit rating.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Okay. Well, I made the credit rating and he made the law, so we got him.
What?
Oh, and by the way, Ross,
Comment about the
I made the hand gun
RPPR
roll.
illustrated image, shark fighting. So
I must share.
yeah,
You get credit for this.
not ironic. That's what she said.
When referring to what the reporter had actually said.
All right, I didn't even notice that. Thanks for pointing that out.
All right, so I'll give you one more roll before the flight lands. All right,
Okay.
with a plus 20 now.
Yeah.
You get a plus 20.
That would
Roll. You get one more roll before
one
the
more
flight
roll to plus
lands.
20. Okay.
And now impale.
One.
You son of a bitch. CIA's got you pushing pencils. Just flex for an awkward amount of time.
Well, and just as the plane is coming in for its approach to Minot, you discover something. It's pretty well hidden. In fact, if you were anything but a forensic accountant, you you totally would have missed it. But you look, and he keeps his charitable donations on a separate ledger.
Yeah.
And there's lots of charities because that looks really good for a business resume. Like yes, I do charities. Well, he's donating lots and lots of money to certain environmental groups.
One of which is...
None of the all pretty much big, well-known, overbranching, charities.
Sierra Club et al.
But through a number of very specific donations and business deals, he's channeling a lot of money into the Horizon Group.
Through shallow laundering.
Basically, it's like he's keeping it to charitable donations.
What if the Seattle thing was like a red? Like it's not the thing that in the Seattle plane; it was the thing in the other plane that he was trying to get, and that's why Franklin wanted to crash it to prevent him from getting the thing from the other factory. That device, the what was the piece of equipment?
It was a chemical condenser, pretty common.
Okay, maybe not.
Well, if it's so common, why?
Or maybe they're lying about what was on it. So.
Yeah.
There's that, or we just met the militant arm of industrial espionage terrorism.
Yeah.
That this particular
AstroTurf environmental group to fuck up the competition.
Yep.
What? Hey, we did send that dark powder to the lab.
Yeah, they're analyzing it. Actually, you check on that when you land.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're saying they're having trouble analyzing it.
Does that have non-Euclidean molecule shapes?
Essential salts. All right, I'm just going to call it right now.
No, it's
antimatter.
Well, it's got like chemical structures that the lab has never seen before.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, non-Euclidean molecule
It's for
structure.
geometry. It's clearly essential salts. It's like half a guy's liver and his arm. So what? It could be.
So anyway, by the time you've landed, as you're driving up to Antler, they inform you that they've made the raid has taken place.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And
How many dead bodies?
no, and actually the members who are still there seem quite surprised to see you.
Who are still there? Did most of them leave?
Nikolai and 8 others were not there.
Okay. Where did they go?
The people at the compound swear that they left. They left. Near about an hour before the raid happened. Actually, a couple hours before the raid happened.
Yeah.
And they said they were just heading to Minot to go on a supply run.
Yeah. But they never showed up in Minot.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But one of the members there admitted, which seems strange because Nikolai never went on supply runs.
Okay.
Fucking tipped off.
Well, no. I mean, we did visit him, and
We may have spooked him.
Yeah, we probably.
But they got notice that something was moving well before we actually moved on his compound.
Well,
an hour is a little suspicious.
Well, the fact that he's linked to the factory,
But
that was.
they also send you some pictures.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of surveillance photos of the Baustein chemical plant.
Okay. The competitor.
where they supposedly picked up the device.
Well, where they were going to pick it up.
Is that a competitor to the Greenfield?
Yes,
Okay.
it's one of their top
All right,
competitors.
then we need to alert them. Call.
Well, actually, the Baustein Chemical is only about 6 miles north of Minot.
Okay, we'll still call them up. Tell whoever's in their security guard shack.
Actually, Agent Hammond says, well, you just left Minot. Like, why don't you stop there on your way? See what they were going to pick up.
Do I have heavy body armor, an assault
Facebook
rifle, and a 50-round
What's
trauma?
that?
No,
Can I have a grenade launcher?
no.
Can I have 3 grenade launchers?
Have you ever fired a gun whilst jumping through the air?
Yes.
Have you fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
Yes. Whilst. I like that you used whilst. Can
So,
I
yeah,
have
they-
anything heavier than a handgun?
No, you're going to talk to the. They want you to find out what the big deal was between
All right.
Greenfield and Baustein.
Fair enough. Let's go to Baustein.
And they say this place has been flagged as doing very sensitive work for the U.S. government.
Okay.
At least right now. it
Hopefully
is.
that means they have good security.
So yeah, you drive up there. It's
I
actually
noticed how Tom didn't actually answer that question.
it is a huge sprawling chemical complex.
Our best defense is that we're in North Dakota, and people would have to actually get in North Dakota to translate. We're hoping that's enough of a deterrent.
But the guy that greets you at the front gate, he does have an MP5 strapped to his back.
Okay.
Oh, yay. Chocolate box gun.
Spot hidden. Is that the guy? 33.
What guy?
The guy, does it look like, his uniform is ill-fitting? Like, maybe he's actually a cultist who killed that guy and is now assuming his position.
He looks like a security guard. Who's
Does he have photo ID?
Yes,
Can I look at the photo ID?
it's him.
What's your birthday?
Sir, we've been told to expect you. Just please go in.
I think this guy's legitimate.
Like,
This isn't the person with the Mission Impossible.
of course, he does have an MP5.
What
Ross.
is your deal?
What? We're dealing
Hey,
with
Ross,
what?
he has a submachine gun.
I
A
know.
wonderful candy-like submachine gun.
Literally shaped like a box of
I will
tacos.
commandeer that as soon as I hear a gunshot. I do not have the legal authority to commandeer his gun.
I don't think you have the legal authority to commandeer his.
Shut up, FBI. We're fighting terrorists. We
You're
can do what we
FBI
want.
too.
We are tiny gods onto this world, and we'll
Because
pour over it.
no, you know why we're tiny gods unto this world? Because we're fighting terrorism.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever heard of Special Executive Order 768-04?
Oh great! I'm up here with Calculon. That's like Calculon, Hermes, and Shiva, Destroyer of Worlds.
You read about what the FBI does in the real world. It's not too far off. You're not entirely wrong here.
Look, my partner wants to shoot this guy in the face, which I have no doubt that he has the authority to do under Special Executive Order
Anyways,
768-04.
we go in.
Okay, and the factory foreman Gerald Masters is waiting for you.
Cheery.
Says, it says, "Oh yes, we were told to expect you. What can I do for you?"
We have reason to believe your site is at risk. Have you had any visitors today?
No, sir. I thought you were here to check up. I thought you were here to check up on our progress.
Let's check up on the progress.
Yes. The threat matrices can often be inaccurate, but better safe than sorry.
We're making decent progress on the order. We have 27 of 50 barrels completed.
Okay.
Can we
we see
inspect
them?
these?
Yes, please, right this way.
What are you?
Aaron, you don't have to wave your badge around. It
Don't
doesn't
have-
have a tree on it.
Okay, was that a badge or a sonic screwdriver you were?
Bad.
Whoa!
That would be a badge because the sonic screwdriver is still in my coat.
Okay, I was just thinking for your character, I didn't know which you'd be like. Chemicals. We need to neutralize them with my sonic.
It's the only
screwdriver.
thing close to a badge I have right now.
And actually, they lead you to a climate-controlled, secure storage building.
Okay.
Key card.
Any of us have chemistry?
I do not have better living through
I have
chemistry.
1% in chemistry.
I have 30 in chemistry.
You looked at a chemistry book once.
So, there's nothing to look
No,
at.
okay.
Why are you rolling?
Well, I thought there would be like chemical labels or something.
Well, they're opening the door.
Okay.
And you go in, and there's barrels, and they're marked chlorine trifluoride.
Yeah, now you should roll.
Ooh.
I know chlorine's like used for cleaning pools, so I'm assuming it's safe.
Oh, that.
Is trifluoride?
Fluoride is good for your teeth.
My character doesn't know what the hell this is, but I do.
What is it? For the listeners at
It
home.
would be super acid.
No. That's
Hypochlorite.
that's floral acid. That's different.
Oh, I stand corrected.
It is, but by the way, that chemical was on that video. It was the first. It was basically substance N.
Yeah, this is the stuff that is so dangerous the Nazis said, "Oh, we're not messing with this."
It's essentially, well, you ask what it is.
Yeah.
And he tells you it's basically the most powerful fluorinating agent on Earth, which means that when exposed to air, it burns at 2,400 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
And
It's really hot.
It is unstable as.
by the way, I looked the history of this up, and it was briefly the Nazis were originally going to use it to put in flamethrowers, to burn Allied bunkers. But the Nazis decided it was too dangerous to handle.
Okay.
And fun fact. This is actually a true story. The government briefly considered using it as a rocket propellant igniter in the 50s. And the one time they tried to transport it in large quantities, the steel container spilled open, spilling 100 gallons of it.
Yeah.
Essentially, it burned through an entire concrete floor and about 6 meters of rock and gravel beneath that. And the one
of the eyewitnesses was screaming the concrete was on fire.
Yeah.
essentially, it's mainly used now for superconductor companies to clean their equipment.
Nice.
And essentially, that's one of the only things it's used for. And the government has put it in order for just such a thing.
Okay.
And it's so considered so dangerous that it would be considered something of like possible national security for this stuff, because this stuff basically it covers everything in unquenchable fire.
Ah.
Until it finally burns itself out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's what they're currently manufacturing here.
Well, that's scary.
But yeah, they said. But the foreman mentions about the order that out of the blue, someone from Greenfield Chemical called us, and we normally avoid each other, competitors and all. But they said they needed a piece of equipment from us. And we're willing to pay top dollar to have it delivered to them quickly. They said they would even dispatch a plane to pick it up.
Yes, that plane
Now,
never
what was
arrived,
that piece of equipment?
It's still in the storage.
It's a chemical condenser, correct?
Yeah, we thought they would maybe buy it from a manufacturer, but apparently they needed it sooner than that.
Clandestine operation to get a cargo plane here to buy a piece of equipment and then steal all this shit.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it. But it never arrived. Did you call them to find out afterwards?
Yes, we did. They said, the person we talked to said they had found another source for it and told us to cancel the order. We haven't had a chance to move it back into our main facility yet.
Let's take a look at that thing just to make sure that it's really just a chemical condenser, gentlemen. Shall we see if there's anything?
It's an idol. No, they must never see it.
Just Cthulhu splayed out on the side. It's like, hey guys. Yeah.
Well, that was awkward.
Well, I'm mad.
Well, that's a nude Cthulhu right there.
Oh.
Yes, another error grown.
You have succeeded so many times today.
I know, it's awesome. I miss gaming with you guys.
Yes, you miss gaming with you.
Sad Cthulhu.
No, that's non-Euclidean pinup.
Okay, so we check it out.
Oh yeah, it's like. Do any of you have?
Operate heavy machinery?
Yeah.
No, Tom.
Or no, I know also like mechanical repair would work. Just to know machines.
Aaron, no pressure, but if you fail this, you're out.
You're out of the club.
You're not allowed to live on this.
Who will you get your shark fighting from?
I know. It was a hollow threat.
I attacked a gun with a wrench.
Yeah.
You opened books. Fuck. Yeah, 86. Sorry.
Mechanical
yeah,
repair? We all have mechanical repair at 20.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I failed by 18.
Yep.
Or do you want to boost my?
Nope.
But no one. You have to succeed to boost. Yeah, you have to not fail to get a boost.
Can I use handgun?
Can I shoot
Can I use
chlorine trifluoride
Can I
and see
use
what
law?
happens?
Are there?
use
Well,
Spanish?
taking a look on there, are there? That's like, are there any terminals with specs or diagnostics?
No terminals. There's labels. On
Well, I mean, I assume that was just a pretext to get in the thing.
So, or
If it's-
electrical or electrical repair possibly, since
it's a machine.
I mean, it's not. It's.
But obviously, we realize that the chemical condenser is not what they were after. The chemical condenser was a fucking pretext. The chemical is the reason why anyone would want to get onto this.
When did Greenfield place this order?
He placed a little more than a week ago, maybe 9-10 days.
Like,
And when they cancel it.
The night they were supposed to arrive.
Yep.
okay.
The plane crashed. They no longer had the pretext. They canceled the order before anything kinky showed up.
Yeah. But you're still making. Well, no, the order for the chemicals.
Yeah.
When did
The
it-
order from the chemicals is from us, the government.
Okay, it is. Or I thought
Yes.
it was from Green. Okay. When did we place that order? When did we place the order?
Oh, that order came in like 8 months earlier.
Oh yeah,
They probably
they've got
beat-
22 barrels, so
They probably beat
that
Greenfield
wasn't
out on the bid.
overnight.
27, I think. But yes. All right. So we assessed the situation here. Everything looks fine. There is a possible threat, but we will let you know. Do not let any visitors in. Report any suspicious activity near your compound.
And be super aware of the perimeter and pretty much anything.
Hire additional security. That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah,
Or,
keep an eye on people
It
coming
can
out of the
require
woods
also
or
requisition.
snowmobiles.
or put some people. Yeah. Any vehicles nearby. Anything like that. We will.
Anybody suspicious, throw a barrel of that at them.
call all 5 National Guardsmen in.
Electrify that fence, electrify this fence, and
This place is pretty secure right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. If the gate guy has an MP5, it's.
can you put some landmines here?
Jesus. What do
Do you
you?
have any grenade launchers? Can I borrow a cup of grenade launcher?
It's like what?
Can you spare a grenade?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Just to be neighborly. This is North Dakota.
Well, how much
after all.
grenade do you need?
All right, now there are going to be machine gun nests staged left and right with these sandbags around them. Now remember, these things will heat up, so fire in short, controlled bursts.
When did you turn into a nut bar?
Okay. So. Yeah. Put APBs out for Nikolai.
Nikolai Zavraznov.
This is a Razanov and his
Yeah, that guy.
gang of Looney Tunes. Well, I'm going to drive around the place just like within sight of it to make sure that there's no people obviously creeping up on them or anything. So spot hidden check, I guess.
Yeah. Looking for creepers.
Pretty much.
No. Fuck, I mean your 10
18.
side.
24 out of 75.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you don't see anything.
Okay. So.
Oh, by the way, you, since you're the senior agent, your phone rings.
Oh, yeah?
It's Agent Hammond.
Oh, hey, Agent Hammond.
Says, he says we got a call in. Like
Okay.
some reporter.
The one that we wanted in protective custody.
Yes, she called us.
Yeah? Is she
She's
dead?
in Minot.
Oh,
Well, let's just drive on over.
let's get her and take her into protective custody before she gets murderated.
It's like let's take her to protective custody with extreme prejudice. Like extreme protective custody.
I just want her to have. I don't want her to catch a severe case of the murders.
Is that a magnet?
It seems to be going around.
But I guess this is not named.
Because it's a aluminum, Aaron.
Aluminium.
Not very sorry.
Aluminium. As the British would say.
Anyway, so let's go find her. What did she say? Is she scared?
Yeah, she's staying at a small motel in Minot.
You realize this is probably the last place in the world you should be right now, right?
We meet her there. She has a look of someone who has not slept in quite a long time.
Like, honestly, you were investigating these people and you knew some of the shit that they were doing and you decided to come to their hometown.
Well, she probably knows enough to know that they wouldn't be here.
Psychoanalysis.
Or psychology.
Oh, yeah. Psychology. Let's see if we can calm her down a little bit.
How's she doing? Yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Odd 4.
She's quite scared. Oh yes.
And she is now over her daddy issues. Thanks there, David.
We need to see the video.
Are you sure?
Yup.
Positive.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
No, he's first row with hooks in his eyes to prevent him from blinking.
Yeah.
It just. She opens up her suitcase. She takes out a false bottom from her suitcase and hands you a DVD.
Oh. Upscale.
No,
Really?
by false bottom I mean like she put in a little fake bottom.
No, it sounds like, hey, mysterious Cthulhu mythos footage on DVD.
Yeah. Although before we do watch
Does it have any special features?
before we do watch it, when was the first time that you were in contact with Mr.
Commentary
Martin?
by the Yithians.
That's,
Why did you label this I Want to Believe the Mixtape? Check my SoundCloud, fam.
says he contacted me about 3 weeks ago. Said he was part of a group that was into some kind of terrorist plot.
The Horizon Group.
Yes, them. If he didn't, I told him I couldn't go anything of just rumor. I needed some kind of proof of what was going on. He contacted me later saying he thought they were trying to bring in some kind of biological weapon. Of course, it's like government red flags.
Yeah, no, we're
Also,
on the terrorist thing.
when you did receive this note, and this is not an indictment either, and you will not be prosecuted, but why did you not go to the authorities?
Because I didn't have anything yet.
So,
Yeah,
So let's watch this video and see what she has.
Yes.
There's a you can use her laptop to play it.
Sure, why not? That seems like a
His
wonderful idea.
laptop? Put it on his laptop.
Hey, Fernandez, would you care to go get the pizza?
No.
Who the fuck ordered pizza?
Fernandez did 10 minutes ago.
So
Pizza is...
So DVD goes in.
Yeah.
And screaming madness comes out.
Actually, it's like it looks. Then it comes on. The video recording is actually very low quality, not like shitty, not just shitty camera. But this looks like a recording from years ago.
Recording of a recording of a recording of a recording.
This looks more like a recording that was transferred onto a DVD.
oh, the Winnebago Man! I love him.
Yeah, actually, look, it kind of looks like it's from the '80s. You can probably determine that, and it's
from the 80s.
And there's a group.
If it wasn't, it is now.
And there's a group of looks like there's a group of men in lab coats. They're in a it's not quite a laboratory because it looks more like a kind of a crumbling large building.
Do they have identifying patches on their
No.
coats? Good, because it said Dharma. I was going to throw the laptop and shoot everybody.
Anyway.
And they're speaking Russian.
Subsidiary Greg.
They're speaking Russian, so you
None of us have Russian.
None of you have Russian.
Is Spanish like Russian? Can I make a Spanish?
It is not.
Do they have the same
Does she
root?
speak Russian?
No, she doesn't.
I mean, they're both languages.
Can I fast talk the DVD into speaking English?
Can I make
Actually-
a roll on other language at base?
Wait,
No.
wait. Computer, can I put this through Google Translate?
Google closed captioning. Auto captioning. Turn
So
on.
anyway,
Sorry.
no, you can't. And besides, you rolled a 95.
Shut up.
So the dice are like, no, Aaron, you can't.
All right. So what are the lab coats doing?
Anyway, so they're talking like the one's talking into the camera,
Yeah.
and the other one, and then another guy in a lab coat is bringing over a dog on a leash,
Uh-oh.
and talking back and forth. One kind of sets down a metal case, enters a combination lock. He opens it and takes out a small glass vial, and kind of shows it up to the camera. It's Cyrillic writing, but there are dates written on it.
What are the dates?
One says 1952.
Okay.
Since that is actual Cyrillic writing, can I actually copy that down and see what it translates to?
Yeah, you can pause it and do a screen cap.
I'll see if I can get it.
What would be the role for
Odd one.
figuring out the significance of those dates? Like, for instance,
We have no
Tunguska?
context. I mean,
Yeah, let's just.
And you don't even. Yeah, you have a year. 1952.
a lot happened in 1952.
A lot, especially during Cold War era Russia.
Anyways, what is the Cyrillic label?
Because Google Babelfish was working like.
It is. There was the Cyrillic writing is. You run through. You rolled a 1. Yeah, so good job.
Well, if
Yeah.
it's one word, it shouldn't be too hard to translate.
It was. Yeah. It says sample taken D34 outpost. The German border. Project Divine Fire, 1952.
Oh man, that's a lot in one label. Holy shit! But you got one, yeah. Fuck. Okay, well, our characters have no idea what that is about. So, anyways, what happens to the dog?
And so they take it and one pours pours some dog food into a bowl.
Oh.
And then then the other one takes a dropper, gets some of this liquid out, just kind of dribbles it on there, and then you kind of in Russian it's like here you go, boys and girls, there you go. It's like, yes, eat up.
Hand over his eyes. No, you're not watching. You're not watching.
You're gonna have to make that sand check too.
Yeah, I know.
And so then he looks at his watch and speaks into the camera again. Then the camera recording stops.
Yeah.
Then goes into a
Time lapse?
yeah. There's not a time lapse, but it's like
little clock.
coming back on, and the timestamp says that 5 hours have passed.
Okay.
And he's like talking excitedly into the camera. And he just go in there, and camera pans down. Now you can give me all sand checks.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
100.
Oh, God.
No, that's divine. That's inspiration. Let me find the rules. I can get Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah, that is what that is. Ross got his wish.
Yep. Merry
By the
Christmas,
way,
Ross.
I had no idea what you're planning to run, but on the car ride in, I was talking to David, and I was like, oh, it's another Divine Fire scenario?
I said, well, we haven't figured that out yet.
Well, given the other two things, it may have two games may have collapsed in on each other
But yeah,
in the meta narrative. So
he
All
totally
I
called
figure
it,
out is
Tom.
how crazy Ross is. I'm a beat.
Okay. Insane insight, an option. Let's see. Oh wait, no, there's nothing for that. That's it's characters just gone insane may have insight into the situation on an int ×5. But anytime we get are exposed to Cthulhu Mythos, we gain 5 points of Cthulhu Mythos for their episodes. Mythos-induced insanity could add 1 point to the skill. So whether this qualifies as that threshold is up to you.
You know what? You rolled 100. It
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
For you.
For me. Okay. So I have... Those dreams start making sense.
Those things your great aunt used to tell you.
Yeah. Apparently.
Like, El Diablo!
I guess.
So how much does he lose?
Those who make it lose 1. Ross, you lose 2.
Okay.
But it's not so much that, it's what what's what enters your brain after that.
Yeah.
Because what they pan down to is a thing that has a vague resemblance to a dog now. Only the skin is is like glistening with slime and is black in color. The dog now has its original eyes are still there, plus about 8 more.
Yeah.
So it's become a Hound of Tyndallus?
No.
No.
Shoggoth dog.
Oh, Shoggoth.
Oh, Jake.
Its cute little paws now have like this serrated, rending claws on them.
Wow.
And the tongue is actually whipping around on its almost on its with a mind of its own, with the point like it's stabbing out at the camera, like it's trying to get at the camera.
Yeah.
And this apparently this is 5 hours after exposure to the substance.
Nice.
And at that point, so that's basically when the recording ends.
Oh. So we have a chemical that can burn like woe. We have a substance that's codenamed Divine Fire that turns dogs into hulking, unstoppable, monstrous beast things.
This has to be a joke.
So I think...
Are you considering this is a viral marketing campaign for some lame, that's like under budget horror movie?
He was the
Okay.
baggage handler, but he wasn't. Don't you see? Don't you see? Franklin was the baggage handler. That's why his voice sounded the same. That's why the heart's gone.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and
don't
she
know.
said, and Amanda said just that they would like what the Martin brothers told me that Nikolai was smuggling that into the country.
The Divine Fire?
Yes, that case. Apparently, he found someone that had samples of it and was bringing it in.
That's probably what was in the black powder.
We've handled that, and it's been more than 5 hours.
And this was a
Then in
liquid.
the-
But we
This was a
didn't
liquid.
ingest it.
Yeah, but
And also, that was a liquid.
Yeah, that was a liquid.
too. I mean, if those people who put it there didn't have gloves.
And also, whoever was writing that letter was talking about visions. So obviously, this is a hallucinogen of some sort.
Says it's like
Cameras don't
He said,
hallucinate.
and she says, "Oh, the drug, right?"
Well, the person.
What about the
taking
drug?
that.
Yeah.
It was, like Frank told me that they gave it like Nikolai gave it to certain members of the Horizon group, those he felt he could trust. He said it gave them visions of a battle they would wage against their enemies.
Okay. How much you want to bet that what's actually in those barrels is not chlorine trifluoride?
How would they? No, I mean it's not divine. They're not defined fire liquid. They've been making this stuff for 8 months, and this divine fire sample is only coming in now. How would they have reverse engineered it?
How do you think they would smuggle it into the country?
Well, they just put it in a case and brought it over by airmail.
Oh,
But
just
I think that's legitimate. I think maybe they need that to make more divine fire. It could be a component of it.
wait. We're seriously considering this.
Or it could just be that is their failsafe in case the stuff gets out of hand.
That could be.
She,
What?
She looked and says, they only scratched the surface of this. They said this, some person named Hans is the one that told them what to look for.
Where's Hans?
What do
Well-
you know about Hans?
I tried to contact him, but he didn't respond to me. But I used the contact number that Frank gave me. But you're here. I have it in my phone.
Yeah. I look at it.
I will go
Look
ahead
it up
and-
with the FBI database magic hacking thing. Find out all information.
No, actually, I got that 72. So
Oh, good. He rolled high, but didn't fail.
Yes.
Awesome. So, what do you want to do with it then?
Find out what this number is, where it is. Is it a landline? Is it mobile? Where is it located? What is its history? What
What is the mean
calls
speed
it?
velocity when I lay
Yeah.
to swallow? We want
We'll
the
start
answers
with-
to all the questions.
Is it a landline or a mobile?
It's a landline.
Where?
It appears to. You look up. It looks like a number in New York City.
Where in New York City?
It's near Grand Central Station.
Okay.
So like an apartment.
No, it's in Grand Central Station.
It's a payphone.
Oh, magic untraceable FBI phone. Dial number.
Is it-
Call.
Do they even have payphones in Grand Central Station anymore? Or is
Yeah,
it?
When was the last time you've been to New York?
2013.
Yeah, did you go to Grand Central Station?
I did actually.
Yeah, there aren't many payphones.
Yeah, but there are.
Yeah, well, you call that number. It's ringing.
Ring, 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 ring.
Then you're like just
banana phone.
Then
Is it a payphone or not? I mean, we would know that by looking it up.
it says it's a payphone.
Okay. All right.
But if it were a payphone, it shouldn't still be in service.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough.
Then it's like, hello.
Oh, what's in the sewers underneath Cranston Solar Station? Oh my God!
Oh, senpai noticed me.
Yes.
I was like, hello. It's like, hello.
Greetings.
Oh yes. It's like, to whom am I currently speaking?
Well, I am an individual looking for Hans.
Like, and who gave you this information? Was it that reporter?
I am looking to not broaden my horizons, but perhaps to narrow them to the point of non-existence.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Fed. What are you talking about?
I have been led to believe that this number can lead me in the direction of what I need to know to shut down the Horizon Group.
Frank's dead.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Oh, I see. You're the ones looking into this now.
Frank's dead.
He's talking.
Okay. Tell him Frank's dead. That'll get a reaction out of him.
We mostly got involved because Frank Martin is now deceased.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, I think that perhaps maybe we should discuss some things. I'll tell you what. I'll come to you.
Dan's on it. Dan doesn't know that name.
Okay.
So he wasn't in any of those.
Okay.
games.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Unless he was in the book game where I read the book out loud.
no, he wasn't in Payday. So.
Okay.
Actually, I think he might have been
Was he the guy that tried
in
to
one
get...
of the paydays.
Yeah.
Was he
I think the second or third version.
Which one?
Mr. G. Was he in the second or third payday?
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
Yeah, he
he
was in the
was.
second one.
yeah, the second one.
Was he?
So-
Okay.
Yeah, I remember because he made.
He says, I'll tell you what. Like, I'll call you as soon as I get in, and we can have a discussion.
Oh,
Like,
Give him
please,
your number.
Like, I have your number. Please don't try to bring any recording devices or anyone who is not currently involved in your investigation right now. I don't wish to talk to too many people. I get nervous in crowds.
okay.
You sound trustworthy.
I don't know if we can wait for a flight from New York to North
He said
Dakota.
he's coming to us. Yeah.
I don't think we
Oh.
can wait on a flight from New York to North Dakota because I have a feeling that something's about to happen in the immediate
Ask him
future.
if he knows where.
What do I
Nikolai
need
is.
to do to stop Nikolai for the next few hours?
Like, well, this is not something that should be discussed over the phone. I'll tell you what. You are there. There is a lovely coffee shop just a few blocks from where you are. I'll meet you there.
When?
Ta. Click.
I go to the coffee shop and
Like, I run right out the door.
Must expose self to more mythos.
pretty much.
Ross is running with Chariots of Fire playing in the background.
It's like,
Everything's gonna work out fine.
It's like, well, apparently this contact number that's based to a landline in New York is actually connected to a mobile that's 5 blocks north to a
Or
coffee
there's an
shop.
associate there.
So,
They could be bouncing it, so.
Mr. Internet Guy, let's go to the coffee shop.
are you all going?
Yes. Don't.
Like, do you stop at a gun store? Like, I need an MP5 or a rifle, something good.
I'm gonna commandeer all these guns.
I'm not going to go. I'm going to keep the reporter company right here.
I was going to say, let's make
Somebody
sure the
needs to
reporter
stay
stays in protective
Okay.
custody.
So,
Well, buddy, I got a fully automatic AK-47 for you, but even though you're a Fetty, I believe you are on the waiting list. I am only complying with our government rules.
Yeah, fully automatic.
I know fully automatic.
Wink.
yeah. So you get there,
Yes.
find a table. Very,
Agnes there.
perky server. Goes, ask if you want some coffee.
Yes, I'll have some coffee. I've been awake for a while.
Well, that's good.
It's not night off.
We got ourselves 2 kinds of coffee for you. We got black and caffeinated and blacker and caffeinated.
All right, can I get the non-racist waitress?
It's like, God, Dave, jeez. Stop, you're not here. Shut up. So yeah, and actually, then about 5 minutes later, a guy Guy, wearing a light jacket. Light jacket comes in like this. Supposed to take his sunglasses off. Like, you are the feds?
You are the person that's from New York.
Like, Hans, good to meet you.
Oh, yes, Hans.
What does he look like?
Agent Harper.
It looks like a guy probably about in his 30s.
Spot hidden check to see him for what he really is.
I really want to look at a shadow. What does a shadow look like?
You know what, Ross? Yeah. Since you failed that, I'll let you can look at it.
I look at the shadow. Does he have...
Give me a knowledge check. Okay. This is knowledge.
I have a knowledge of 90. Yeah, I make that with a 22.
Yeah, as he sits down across from you, he's sitting it's a booth, so I'll say he's sitting down next to you. Just because.
Why not? So he just casts some...
Yeah, it's a guy.
Smells like a graveyard.
No, you're pretty sure. Like, I think that's Old Spice. It's Old Spice. Yeah. Classy. And so he sits down, and yes, Ross, you kind of see just like his shadow kind of briefly passes over the wall next to the booth. Yeah, the shadow you see doesn't look right at all.
Are the legs sort of bent wrong and end in hooves?
Well, it's more you're seeing that you're actually seeing that his chest up shadow, and those
oversized jaws maybe.
Yeah, very protruding.
Yeah.
Ears kind of long.
Oh yeah.
But then it passes.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is,
I know.
You absolutely know that was not a hallucination. But
Cthulhu Mythos is actually a mind virus.
Yeah,
you see the wrong thing, you get the wrong knowledge in your head. And it just gets worse. It's a downward spiral.
Actually, the problem is you just got the right information.
I know.
That's the problem. Like, oh god, no, I'm seeing things. Seeing things for real now.
Yeah.
And he sits down and says, so. I don't normally talk to government people. I try to avoid them as much as possible.
Wink, wink.
But in this case, I think this seems to be a situation that requires both of our attentions to make sure it doesn't go any further.
Okay.
So you've watched the video, I assume.
Yes.
The Russian one.
Yes, the Russian one.
Yes.
Yes.
So what was that, and how long? What was that, and why has it not been a bigger issue in the last 60 years?
Well, that's the thing about secrets. If you work hard enough, you can keep them buried very deeply. Suffice it to say, there was a program. There's a program in 1940. Started in 1944. Yeah, as you know, Hitler quite often tried to acquire material for nuclear weapons.
No.
There was a research facility that was started. It was using an experimental type of nuclear reaction to try to procure weapons-grade uranium.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they used physics formulas and equipment schematics that were found on scrolls dating back to ancient Greece.
What?
So room for translation error.
What you're saying that they were trying to figure out? It's like figure out how to make a nuke out of Archimedes' leftovers.
Not quite, but it's not important.
Please don't interrupt the best lead we've come across so far.
Are you kidding me? This is bad science fiction.
Because what they did, unfortunately, what they did discover...
That's science fiction that the crazy people believe in, so let him finish.
Science truth.
It's like it's all true, all of it. Yeah. You're probably muttering yourself. It's all true.
Just start cutting out Lone Star beer cans. Never go full McConaughey, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
none of us are really capable of it.
Yeah. Anyways, he's
all right.
Anywho, he says, so they built it, and unfortunately, it worked. And but instead of producing uranium, it ended up producing a kind of energy that did things to living tissue and didn't afford it the common courtesy to die.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying, what happened in that dog that's not supposedly a viral video is actually true, being exposed to whatever radiation this reactor was putting off.
Yes, well, that's how it originally happened. That fluid you saw in the video was actually taken from bodies of the subjects of that experiment. It remains perfectly potent at all these years later.
And that's how it created dogs as well.
Yes. Now, like, of course, I'm part of a small group that's been trying to keep track of this thing for some time. We lost track of it. We lost track of it in the early 50s. Then we briefly rediscovered it.
When it burned down a national park?
No.
Oh, I thought that was one of the Divine Fire scenarios.
The wildfire game?
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, that was in a B-sides a while ago. But yeah, no, it wasn't. It was just... it was Cthulhu plus wildfire. Ah.
It was an idea that didn't go so... Didn't pan out very well.
It was still fun.
Because, yes, unfortunately, we thought we had it all. And then this sample appeared. And we did what we could to get it, but we lost track of it in 1985. And then the wall fell, and then it disappeared until recently. Because, of course, we've been trying to rack our brains, trying to determine what this Nikolai Zavraznov wants with it.
He's been paid off by a chemical company.
That's what we thought too, but we looked into this chemical plant, and what they're manufacturing means nothing. It's a dangerous chemical, to be sure, but certainly not something that would be useful as a terrorist act. I mean, yes, it burns deeply, but it doesn't explode.
But we think that this isn't necessarily just eco-terrorism. We think it's guided industrial espionage because a rival company lost the bid.
Yeah, that's what Greenfield is paying them off.
Greenfield,
if you take this stuff that just keeps burning and put it at the top of a really big building and just puncture the barrel,
there, but
eventually it will burn its way down through a couple of floors.
Wait, is this...
Yeah.
So this Greenfield person is a competitor to Baustein?
Yes.
Yes. And Greenfield has been funding Horizon, who is probably doing jobs on the side for Greenfield to keep the funding, and the...
Yes, but why would he smuggle it?
Because he has 8 people that have to take on a heavily guarded facility.
Oh my. Well, that's like... He didn't have that piece of the... I didn't have that piece of the puzzle, but now...
What?
Would you care to elaborate?
That is clever.
Sharing is caring.
He's like, well, I thought, I thought Frank's actions on that plane were a bit severe, but... So that's what it was. Well, that certainly was a good idea. It would have worked if Frank hadn't stopped it.
Clarification, please.
Well, it seems to me that this Greenfield person would want this place out of the way. So he's like, so the Divine Fire chemical was on the cargo plane that was being flown to their facility. All he would have to do was release it into the plant. The chaos would take care of itself.
Destroy it from the inside out, and then that's like inevitable. You think inevitably these whatever they turn into, if that's even true,
would pop a barrel and the whole plant goes up.
Either that or the government would. The government's watching it. They would see if something was going on. They would take steps to make sure it didn't get out.
But isn't that like as unleashing monsters into a plant? That's like a little too much work for a simple industrial espionage.
Did you notice how fucking potent this particular chemical was?
I've seen a video, a very grainy video that I'm still skeptical.
Not the dog video.
Of course, that video you saw, I should also tell you that the substance works marginally well on non-human tissue, but on human tissue it works even better.
Oh, wonderful.
So 1 vial of that stuff in a fact mixed with a massive superfire would propagate it to a massive area?
Yes. Well, I think he wouldn't even have to do that. He would just start causing chaos, and the governments would see it, and they would take their own steps, which there's an Air Force base nearby. A simple bombing would ignite everything in the whole plant.
And then the plant would take care of all the monsters. Industrial espionage complete. Your rival just lost a mass production plant that was holding the most lucrative government contract in a while.
It's all for money.
There's got to be a simpler way to do this.
Just, well, this way.
If there's anything
well,
we've
imagine
learned
this
about
way.
revenge schemes, it's
No,
that
no,
overly
it's-
circuitous is the way to go.
No, this is how Nikolai devised how to get it done with 8 people.
Yeah.
This
That's well, like his
Greenfield doesn't care how it gets done. He's funneling money to Nikolai to make sure it gets done.
Yeah. And Nikolai is obviously a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
So you're in bed with a crazy motherfucker.
But except his plan was stopped because Frank destroyed the plane before it could land.
Yes.
So
Unless...
So the Divine Fire's already in country. It wasn't being shipped in.
No, Frank was trying to... Unless...
it's like that.
Unless it was on the
You
Seattle.
can actually, everyone can give me idea checks.
Okay.
Yes,
28.
23.
Oh, yeah. Hell's yeah. 41.
Yeah. Unless it's like it was flown in to the U.S. in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
loaded onto the cargo plane,
Yeah.
which was left out of Minneapolis, would have landed there, and all they had to do was release an open vial into the place because the place is on full production. Even at night, it still has a very large crew on staff.
Okay.
But then knowing the government would take steps would be to wipe the place out themselves, that would have destroyed the place.
Yeah.
And Greenfield would have absolutely no blame in it because the government did it.
Yeah.
That's it. And yes, it's a little roundabout, but then yes, Nikolai is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
No.
that's what it boils down to. Greenfield had no idea who he was getting in bed with when he started channeling money into this Horizon group.
Right.
Because you do realize that Nikolai he blew up pipelines and chemical plants in Russia.
So also it could be that this wasn't the only vial that was coming into the country.
No.
This was the vial that they were sending to the plant. Nikolai probably has another vial and 8 people he's about to expose it to and send running into the plant.
Yeah.
And actually, at that point, oh dear. Like, oh dear. Wait, and you rolled, what'd you roll again?
41.
Who rolled the lowest?
I got a 28.
23.
What were
Okay.
we rolling?
Ideas.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, I guess you're not there.
You stepped out too, Suresh.
Yeah, then
Well,
what's that? You suddenly realized. No, it would have to be you because you were the only one who was in the Horizon plant.
Yeah.
They had, you can tell with all they had pictures of the Baustein chemical plant.
Yeah.
They were planning a protest,
Yeah.
which means then you think if he still has a vial, he could just open it if they were just going to drive to the plant, they could just open it in the van.
Yeah.
So it might be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got 8 people with him that he was going to expose it to.
Yeah. Russians. What? They're Cuban wave tactics. When will they learn? Oh wait, they don't need to learn because human wave tactics work.
The Zap Brannigan approach.
Pretty much. I mean, it worked at Stalingrad. It'll work at here.
And I'd said I can't go any further on this.
Okay.
I have a thing with my cat at the vet early in the morning.
That's fine. I mean, yeah, it's already 10.
I do want to finish this. We're getting close.
Yeah, we'll finish it up next time. So.
Okay. See y'all next time.
Yeah.